All
And this is
right.
the last scene.
We are recording, and as you can see, we have some new stuff going on. We have our little heads that are talking. Mind the gap. Actually, don't mind the gap. The exact opposite as one would do.
Ignore the gap.
Yes, please ignore
the gap in front of you.
the gap. Exactly. But yeah, we're here and we're ready to go.
So when we last left our heroes, Yllaxis had tied a cable to something in the grill room over here.
The grill room.
I'm
Yes,
not sure exactly what she tied it to, but it was something.
I believe it was I had put it onto the wall, tied in with a pattern, so that it dangled up off the ground.
Okay, so all the floor, walls, and ceiling here is a metal grating. So it's actually pretty easy to tie without a pin.
Oh man, I forgot we were here. Are we still in turn initiative? Turn order?
Yeah.
We probably should.
It probably doesn't matter too much
now
that you're mostly out of the time issue, but let's just
yeah.
See
okay, sounds good.
Yllaxis, I'm not sure I made it clear enough to you that this room is it's like a metal grating on all the walls and floor and ceiling. Does that change what?
The floors you said were significantly hotter than the walls, like as if it melted them, but it seemed like the chain was doing an okay job when it touched the wall. So
yes. So you're gonna tie it to the wall, like here?
Yes.
Okay, and that will just be taut around the corner, and that seems pretty sturdy. The other end of it, I think, is being held by Marvis, was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
great.
you're correct in that.
Marvis is a character, yes.
So we had Kiff, Elmic, and Yllaxis take turns. So what is Marvis? We don't have Maggie. So Marvis and Fontiev can do stuff.
Did you drop her?
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh,
Maggie
that's
was in
right.
your
Oh,
arms,
can
and
I
now
think
she
she's on the
just
broom?
disappeared.
I don't know. If she was here 1 second, then she was not.
She could be fainted from the.
Oh
from
no.
The,
And
yeah,
Fontiev
she's just very quiet.
And Fontiev just hears something come out of the ether.
Don't worry, Grandmama is safe with me.
So Fontiev and Marvis, you have stuff to do, yeah?
Indeed. I am. Sorry, I'm just like I'm playing with something right now on the side. Okay, so we are. Oh yeah, right. The map is part of the old map. That's why. Okay. So we're inside of here. I'm panicking because Maggie suddenly vanished out of nowhere. I thought Marvis chucked the statue into the abyss or something.
No,
Marvis
Yllaxis, I think, was thinking of toppling the statue over. Was the
We
I
discussed
think,
that.
and we kind of maybe disagreed on that.
Yeah.
What the hell can I do?
Get over to the other side.
you could probably carry Kiff or
I thought I was originally carrying Kiff with me.
You were
yeah,
carrying
Kiff is on there,
Maggie,
yeah.
or
I was carrying
oh
Maggie
no,
and
Kiff.
Kiff.
Oh, you're carrying Kiff. I thought you were carrying Maggie. You're
I
right.
was carrying
both.
of them.
Maggie's,
I was carrying both.
It's fine. You're carrying.
She's
yeah,
like fine. Yeah, she's
Maggie's fine. She's fine.
She's taking a lava bath.
Oh no.
Everything's okay.
okay. So Marvis,
Yes.
were you holding the cable, or were you doing something with the cable?
I was holding it. Is everybody across yet?
Everybody except for you
Everyone
and the
but
NPCs.
you and the NPCs, which
Who
I'm
are
gonna let the
clustered
NPCs
in
go
with-
first.
yeah.
Okay, they say you want us to climb, right?
Sure.
Are we still in turn initiative? Do you I'm asking because I would be happy to aid this, but I don't know if I am allowed to do that just because I've already
That's a good question.
taken a
You
turn.
know, I can just have this advance a little bit, and I don't think it's gonna
Yeah,
matter that
either
much.
way is totally fine.
So Alma
to follow.
could act again if everyone agrees. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's fine.
sounds good to me.
So Valentino says perhaps if we had 2 ropes, we wouldn't have to rely on our athletic skills to cross this chasm.
And you just see like 2 big hands pop out. I'm gonna just help them balance, I guess, as they go across, or how do we want to do this?
Yeah, if you're giving them the base,
Yeah.
like, and they're holding on, I think that's
That should be
You're
good.
spotting them. They're
Yeah,
spotting
basically.
them.
Okay, so
Exactly.
they can like stand on the cable and then you can hold their hands. Is that how I imagine it?
Yes, that is just what I am going to do.
That actually sounds pretty risk-free as long as Marvis is holding it.
He drops it while they're all over.
Oh my god, Marvis is the villain the whole time. What a twist.
I'm going to say that works. It seems like a very good plan. And
Make
then
sure
I-
I'm glad it works. I'm very glad it works.
But make sure when you get over here, don't step foot on this. Hold yourself up a bit because the floor is hot. The floor isn't lava, but the floor is hot.
Fair enough.
And Marvis and Elmic will go back last, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the hold. I'm gonna help Marvis get is it Marvis or Marvis?
Marvis.
Marvis. Okay. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. I'm gonna help Marvis go over afterwards. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So you're just purely carrying him, right?
Currently, yes.
I'm gonna say you guys can both roll athletics and just take the best of the 2.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Please don't add to
Let
that.
me do a barrel roll.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Athletics?
Athletics, which for me is 22 total.
Marvis slips, but Elmic catches it.
I got a 12.
Well, I'm glad I was there to help.
Yeah.
The lava makes me
Okay.
sad.
So in this room, the metal is hot to the touch. It kind of melts your shoes, but doesn't otherwise hurt you.
All right.
Well, that's bad. I am just kind of
Well, that there is bad.
plop Marvis like at the door. Go in. I'm not sure where he wants to be, but oh, and this is metal, correct? This outside.
It is.
So
it is
I
metal.
will need to also make my way in, which I will do. Meld out of the wall and like step in.
Like it's hot enough to fry an egg on the metal.
Yes, yeah, I'm gonna do a step in. That's pretty hot.
Once everyone is across, I'd like to remove the pitten off the what's it called? The steel or the metal rope, metal cable, and slide little Timmy off of it.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm now back into possession of little Timmy.
Nice.
Indeed.
Okay, so from here, I have this. Is this exactly what the statue looks like? It's awful.
This
hate-
eventually fills in and kind of pours in there, but doesn't seem to be threatening you. It kind of looks like that. It kind of looks like a male figure with this sort of a mask for a face with some wings and decorated with flames. It's made out of what looks like iron.
And is there text or anything?
I believe this was identified,
Yes, there was. That's right.
Mhm.
labeled in the primordial language, which is shared by all the elements, and this is the god of fire.
Right. Yes, we did see that this was the god of fire, and yes, I remember that. That's in the Discord, correct?
Mm-hmm.
There, by the way, you're welcome.
I just saw that. I'm gonna put it up and just Okay.
Don't worry, Rob has saved the day once again.
Once again.
So I think at this point, I mean, do we just keep going through the door?
I feel like the statue has
can.
something to do with it. I'm not 100% sure.
Nobody's-
I'm genuinely
nope.
terrified.
Nobody's checked if the door is locked.
Yeah, nobody's
Oh.
checked the door in any way, shape, or form.
Mind your
Um,
hands.
Yeah, mind your hands.
Albert says, I don't know, guys. I think we should keep going.
Yeah, but don't put your hands on something when literally the whole room is next to big old fire. Don't you know you're supposed to put the back of your hand near the door to see if there's heat on the other side?
Yeah, but he says, feels like we're cooking in here, too.
Fontiev is just gonna stand behind Blockmick.
Okay.
I'm not a block. I am a earth, Mick.
So tell me about this door, Charles. Is it what sort of functioning way does it open? Does it look like?
It is an iron door with a turn handle that is shaped like a little bar.
Okay. Turn handle shaped like a little bar.
Yeah,
So what I'm going to do is not attuned, but I will take out the magical fabrics of my grappling gloves and put them on my main hand. And as I walk up there, double protect it by magical fabric, I will try to turn it.
Quick pardon me for the giant error 404 head. We're gonna just space right there.
Door opens.
Oh, very good.
And it reveals a relatively cool-looking shale tunnel. And you can smell a sort of sickly sweet smell coming from down the hall.
That does not sound good.
You all hear a voice from the statue that says, I am pleased.
I am Fontiev.
There's the laugh.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. You set me up too much for that one.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. We continue?
I
Not
believe so.
Not spending much more time in there, yeah. I don't like statues that talk to me.
Nor do I.
I don't know. Kiff and Marvis seem to have a pretty good repertoire with them, right?
Just like Tumba. She's nice.
This is true. Tumble was nice to... I'm gonna look over at Marvis. Some of us.
What happened?
The statue that threw you across the room 30 times.
Oh, right.
I think it was maybe 3, but it's still...
The statue that punched me across the room
Yes.
Yep.
a couple
Yes.
times. It looks like
Yes. We're
that thing, and I
discussing...
point to you.
Mm. I grumble
That
a little
thing.
bit and I move my way out of the room. Gonna go to about here.
What about that thing? Is
Oh.
it back?
No, we're just discussing talking statues.
Okay.
It feels relatively cool in the tunnel. You can sense what seems like through your tremor sense. You can sense what seems like a distant, mournful whale song through the rock, and you can see some floating puffball fungus. They're pretty big. They're all growing through little tendrils on the ground, and they have a big kind of inflated like ball that dangles in the air like a balloon. Right where these begin, you see that this tunnel opens up vertically, so that there appears to be some sort of light source vertically up from the sides of this tunnel.
So basically, like, could you go up and over these puffballs, or are they like a wall almost?
So I'll try to explain it this way. In here, the ceiling is 10 feet. In here, the ceiling is 50 feet.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
And how high are the puffballs floating, approximately?
They're floating about 1 foot off the ground.
1 foot. Copy that. Kiff would like to kind of scamper over to about here, and he's gonna get down, like kind of crouch down a bit, and look underneath the puffballs. Is there any sort of, I don't know, plant material or anything that is holding the puffballs to the ground? Think like a balloon string.
Yeah, there's like a balloon string under each of them.
Oh.
Valentino, before we do anything, do you have any intel on plants like these?
He says, well, those are the puffballs. They're quite delicate. He says, you wouldn't want to touch them with anything pointy, he says. Going up to them. He says, if you touch them with something pointy, they'll pop, and then there'll be just spores everywhere. He says, then in an enclosed space like this, it might be rather hard to get those very toxic and irritating spores out of there. He says they have 1 hit point if that's how you track things. He says, and don't touch them either. It's not healthy to touch them.
Not healthy in what way? Poisonous?
Yes, poisonous.
What type of poison do you know?
Well, what's up, Fontiev?
No, this is specifically to Sarah because I'm watching the stream right now. The audio is going, but the video is not.
The video should be going fine.
It's going for me.
That's on your side.
Sure.
Nope, everything's fine. Don't worry, Matt's watching.
Okay.
Anyway, what type of poison?
Well, it's the kind of poison that gives you periodic damage every hour or so. It's rather difficult to cure. Some have called it more a curse than a poison.
And so is it a curse or a poison? This is important.
He says, let's say both.
Oh, okay, then I can't do anything. I'm immune to poison.
I have remove curse.
I'm happy to move things out of the way if need be. I'm not sure if they explode when pierced, but I'm happy to be a shield for now, if need be.
Charles, for the record, well, I'm kind of like hanging back a little bit. Is there anything like inscriptions along the statue or anything along the door that just might give us a clue to what the hell is going on over there?
To what the hell's going on beyond the door?
Yeah. Is there like anything, like any type of inscriptions on the statue or like the door itself?
Roll investigation.
Okay. Let's get that there investigator digger. I can't speak today.
Are you
It's
okay?
okay, that worked.
You good?
I rolled an 18, I'm fine.
You actually see some writing along the bottom corner of the room.
And
In the primordial language.
Who knows primordial? Is anybody?
I'm pretty sure.
No.
I think it was Maggie.
Maggie knows primordial.
Dromik could probably translate roughly from Terran.
Oh,
So I'm gonna flag down Elmic, and I'm just gonna say there's some text here in primordial. Can you? Because I'm not sure. I mean, there's a squiggly line, and another squiggly line, and a squiggly line next to that squiggly line, and then there's a circle.
Let me take a look.
Wait, that's just a jelly donut. That's just a piece of jelly donut. Hang on.
Jelly donut.
I'd be happy to take a look at it.
Pokemon reference?
Yes.
How would the jelly donut survive in a room full of burning fire?
It's a super
That's
donut.
That's a magical jelly donut.
Magic donut. Yeah.
It's a super donut. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take a look at it.
You can roll your skill of choice that you think would help with translating, since you do know a relative of this language.
Give me just a moment. I am not good at any of those. I'm not great at any of those intelligence skills.
Also, I don't think you can speak.
I technically cannot, but I thought that Maggie used
Yeah. We have a mind bridge.
mental
Oh,
connection,
right.
which is the only reason why I'm talking currently.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Unless you don't want to have that happening while she's not here, but I figured.
It can last for whatever the duration is.
I think it's at
Tell us
least an
how-
hour. I think it's
Yeah,
an
you can
hour.
use- Yeah. Yeah, it's an hour.
Very long story short, every intelligence is going to be basically exactly the same because I don't have any intelligence things. Oh no, I have religion, but that's not applicable here.
It could be relevant.
If you want me to roll with religion,
This is an elemental god, yeah.
I'm happy to roll with religion, sure. Oh, well, that's 17 plus 5, so that's not bad.
Cool.
If it's just any other skill, it's 17 plus 1, so still pretty decent.
Basically, you translate it roughly as when life gives you problems, give them fire.
I'm going to relay this to
And
everyone.
that will solve everything.
Yeah, I'll relay this mentally to everyone.
Okay, very good. So we just give them fire then. That sounds easy enough.
I mean, do we
I think
need
it
to
is.
gift wrap it first? I mean, how does this work? What's the protocol? I don't understand.
Well, sure, you can gift wrap the fire. That's fine. It's just that you know.
I'm gonna have to
you
go to Sears. They're closed at this hour.
But if you go to the one 2 blocks away,
Oh,
then
yes.
yes,
There you
yes.
Indeed, yeah.
So are we going to continue on? How do we want to get past these puffballs?
I mean, I think we should experiment one with a little bit of fire and then do something that's a lot more fire after that.
Does
I don't
anyone have ability to throw fire at this moment?
I mean, I have a candle.
I'm going to look at both Kiff and Fontiev because I know Maggie's tech.
I mean,
Kiff
I
shrugs
can.
and says,
I mean, I look at Kiff. I mean, I pull out an arrow. Well, we could tie a rope to like the back of these things, light them on fire, and kind of keep shooting and repelling them.
You could
Kiff
use a
has-
tinderbox of some type. Arrows are somewhat flammable.
So Kiff has an ink pot, feather pen, and scrap paper. So Kiff will take a little piece of scrap paper out, and he will use prestidigitation and set the top of it on fire.
Okay.
And say, Kiff, have a little fire.
I would advise everyone stands back,
I like that idea.
perhaps behind me.
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah. Kiff wants to like stand next to or like sort of behind me while shooting. Might be helpful for
Keep
him.
within 10 feet of me, Kiff.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
yeah.
there-ish.
Oh, there. And Kiff will take the little piece of scrap paper and poke the arrowhead through it. And where do you want me shooting it? Right at the puffball? Okay.
First one.
Hopefully,
Kiff
yes.
Kiff will, aim, squeezes one little eye closed, stick his tongue out, and flunk, let one loose.
Okay, so Elmic is 25 feet away from the first.
That is the case.
That is the case.
Yeah, I'm trying to block up the way here.
That is a unit of distance.
Yes.
So there is an explosion, followed by many more explosions.
Mhm.
And
just so you know, I'm immune from exhaustion, paralyzation, petrifying, poison, and unconscious.
Elmic is very powerful.
Just for now. Just
Fear
for
the
now.
god Elmic.
Until
And he's exactly outside of fireball range too, which is great.
wow. I'm just making
And-
sure you know what I am immune and not immune.
There's a lot of like smoldering fungus pieces here, which I'm not exactly a wall of fire, more like a couple little smoldering.
Yeah,
embers.
something that could be perhaps kicked out.
You notice that the tunnel fills with smoke, but the smoke rises. And it doesn't
As smoke
stay-
is apt to do.
right.
All of a sudden, the Grateful Dead music just starts playing. Dude, why are we like in this tunnel, man?
Amazing.
I mean, do you smell how good it is in here, man? Oh man.
But yeah, there's a very big, satisfying series of explosions, and no one gets hurt right now.
Yay! I'm glad no one gets hurt. I'm gonna look back at everyone just like, I'm
Kiff will take his comfy sweater, which got soaked before, but didn't quite dry, but it's warm and wet. And he will take it off, and he will kind of tie it around his snoot, and then kind of shrug.
The smoke is rising, Kip. Sorry, there was a cat that attacked his. The smoke is rising.
Kiff no take chance.
Said it before, I'll say it again. That's some really nice looking smoke.
Yeah. Okay, so there's not smoke in this tunnel here, but it does seem to have risen up to the higher ceiling as the ceiling itself rises.
All right. That is awesome. Yeah, that looks super cool.
Yllaxis, dear, can you run 2 blocks over and go get a HEPA filter for us from Sears?
I thought we said the Sears is closed. I'll go to. Tell you what. I'll
No,
go to
no,
that
no,
one, two blocks away, and then. Okay,
Oh.
go ahead.
I'm talking about the one that's like that's next to Garden, but is actually after Kiff Drive.
2 blocks the other way.
Yes, that
Yes,
other way.
Yes, of course.
I'm gonna make my way up to like the entrance of this room and just take a look around. Do I see anything moving? Still.
You can't see. Okay, so what you can see is that this.
I just don't know how
tunnel-
much smoke there is. Is there this much smoke? Like, is it thick like this?
It's thick up, but it's
Oh,
not
okay.
thick where you are.
Okay.
It's thick up higher. So this tunnel becomes kind of like a valley or a canyon, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And it
Yeah.
eventually tapers off to a little point. And you're confident that all of the poisonous spores were burned into smoke and ash.
Nice.
Do you feel anything, Dromik?
Yeah. Do I sense anything? I'm asking to make a perception check.
Okay, so that's a great question. Roll perception.
I'm good at that. I think that's +8. Well, that's 12 total. Actually, it is +9, so it's 13 total.
You're not sure if you sense anything, but, and this is a big but, you do see something.
Oh. What do I see?
You see what looks like a lovely elven lady look over the top of this canyon and say, "Come quickly to the north," and then turn and go. But you don't
And
sense
at dawn,
anything.
look to the east.
You don't sense any tremors.
Okay. I don't sense her at all. I just physically see her.
You see and hear her. Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps
She's might be a little far for tremor sense. I don't know how.
she might be particularly light-footed.
Or a ghost. Which is
Probably
also
that
not
one.
impossible.
I'm going to use what's the thing I do called Divine Sense?
Divine sense.
Yes.
I'm gonna look for them ghosties.
Yes.
Are you going to do it right where you stand, Yllaxis?
Yes.
Well, because it lasts for a certain amount of time. How long does that
No,
last? No,
It doesn't. It just kind of does.
We may want to move forward then, if you're. Oh, actually, it's pretty big, isn't it? I don't remember the range of it.
It's supposed to be 60 feet, but Charles is actually pretty nice about this one, so
Oh.
I
he
think it's really
expands it.
cool, so yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I was just wondering.
Okay, so Yllaxis uses Divine Sense.
Yes, I do.
You feel such an overpowering sense of undead and evil that you immediately take 70 necrotic damage.
I'm sorry,
How much?
70?
70.
What?
And,
What?
And you have the time. I don't know if that's more than you have right now, but you definitely sense it from this direction.
Does my armor take 2 off of that, or no?
Sure.
Is it environment? Okay.
You sense the pointless and horrifying deaths of thousands. at the hands of an evil being. Or evil beings. This way. And this, I'm not making this up, this is technically a lair action. Anyway. Is Yllaxis still standing?
Yes, I'm still standing.
Okay. Did you show any outward sign of this, or did you just tough it out?
I mean, I guess mentally speaking, because we're all communicating to each other, I'm explaining what just happened to me.
So
I
you
think
got
they'll
hit
go
with
that
a...
way.
Yeah, sounds like you got hit by the psychic fuck you.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sure we all probably sensed when Yllaxis had a moment. Are you advising to go away from that door or towards it? I would prefer to go away.
I would avoid
Aldrich
it.
starts to wander ahead.
Why?
Are you saying that to him?
Yeah, why? What the fuck are you
Literally.
doing? Get behind
Literally,
us or I will kill
the
you
depth-
myself. I'm done. No,
the
it's not
death
funny
of
to me.
Thousands.
Like,
What
really?
part of death of thousands do you not understand?
Maybe this is why you were captured by them. You're not very smart, are you? I'm gonna turn around and continue to walk
Josh
in.
and Drake kind of chuckled and say, "What an idiot!"
I'm gonna turn and with the fire, is it like fire or is it like smoldering something that
It's
you
like
could
a little
like
smoldering,
stamp out?
You could stamp on it or step
Yeah,
over it. It's
I'll
mostly
probably
just
do like a
flavor
little.
of those.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do like a little snuff out when I walk over this, like because you know, I know how fire can spread.
Mhm.
Are people following? I don't want to go too far without everyone else.
Yeah, I'll come with Dromik.
So these canyon walls here are 40 feet high, but you don't see or hear any monsters or sense any movement. The top of the canyon is quite smoky looking.
Do I see these exits as well?
Are you climbing to the top?
I'm assuming that we're on this little peak. Is the top covered in smoke like up here?
So this is not a peak. This is like a valley.
Oh,
or
it's
a
just like
canyon. You're on the
okay.
bottom
This
of the canyon.
oh
Yeah.
oh okay.
I probably
Sorry,
shouldn't have-
I thought we were at the
Yeah,
top of the
that's-
canyon. No, that's
Yeah.
totally okay. Yes, I would be happy to look up a little bit. I was wondering if this area is coated in smoke.
Okay, so Elmic is going to glide up to the top, right?
Yeah, do a little climb.
Okay, so
Easy
basically, all you can see is smoke up here. It's very smoky. It seems like hundreds and hundreds of those puffballs were exploded, and there's a lot of smoke up here.
At least they're not poison. But I can't see anything other than the thick smoke, even with my perception.
Roll perception.
Yeah. I just want to know if I can call out where those doors are to people. If not, that's fine.
And I'm also going to assume you don't need to breathe as an earth element.
I can hold my breath for 15 minutes, so.
Okay.
Actually, that's technically as a lizard, but I don't know.
Well, technically, I don't think you need to breathe at all as
17?
an elemental.
1-7? Sure.
Okay, you can see this sort of evil-looking spiral door over here.
Okay.
Faintly. It seems to be glowing slightly. You can faintly make out the tunnel entrance over here, and over here, and over back that way. I need to get a compass.
Yeah, these three. I can faintly see the tunnel entrances. I'll glide.
Albert called out to you, says, the way to the city should be due east.
I'm gonna glide back down and just let everyone know. Well, I guess I could do that mentally, but I'm gonna glide back down for my own mental security, and breathing security, just in case we decide that I need to breathe and don't make me too OP. I am gonna let everyone know that there are tunnel entrances, 2 to the east, 1 to the south, 1 to the north that looks foreboding.
You couldn't see more details than that without going further.
Right, that's all I'm gonna give.
Kiff will ask Yllaxis if, like, basically where she sensed the bad.
That general northerly direction that the ghost had popped into, right?
Yeah. Also, did Fontiev do his portal ritual recently?
Yeah, I did that recently.
And do you remember if I told you anything?
I recall you mentioning some portals around. I don't remember specifically. We're going back like 3 weeks right now, so I don't remember.
Okay, well, you would have sensed that this is some sort of powerful portal type of situation. And you would when Yllaxis made that comment, you would think, oh, that seems like that might be the same thing that I sensed.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I would clue Yllaxis and everybody in on that information.
Well, don't try to sense it again, okay? Oof.
Yeah, can do. Just don't tell Marvis.
Don't tell me what.
Nothing. Burgers. Fish cakes.
We're just taking lunch
Those
orders.
tiny little
is all.
umbrellas that go on
Just
drinks.
taking lunch.
Yeah.
You
Lunch
know how
orders,
to
that's
snap
it.
your neck in a split second without a thought, right?
I'll answer back. It seems that the town is due east from here. It may
Okay.
be best to rest up before anything else. Though the smoke is quite thick. I didn't mention this before. The smoke is quite thick.
Just to
I
remind
would
you guys, my hammer can sense some portals, so if you do try to hide them from me, there's really no reason to.
Oh, I'm not lying. I'm just
No,
telling you
mm,
where the entrance is.
No, I'm just in character, just in
Fair
case.
enough.
Because I already know about Fontiev and his
Yeah.
portal things.
Quite all right. I do think it is best to go east and go into one of the two tunnels. I'm unsure as to which one is the correct one. I can go take a look if need be. I know that I'm not sure if we're saying I don't have to breathe or if it's like 15 minutes or whatever, but I know
I'll say
that
you don't need to breathe as an earth elemental.
I know that Marvis also
doesn't need to
doesn't
breathe.
need to breathe. Maybe if the two
Right,
of
Marvis
us
doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah, maybe the two of us can go look to see what's there. I could go on my own, but it is nice to have one party member for
I'll
instance.
join you.
I think that good idea.
I'll do like the earth glide, but I'll like put Marvis like either on my back or like on the top of my head. And like
Just
earth glide us up.
Fire cannot defeat you.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Oops, I put him inside of my Elmic. It seems we go due east. I'm gonna just go east. And I'll, if there's any little fires in front of me, I'll stamp them out.
Okay, you can feel free to delete those fires. You're going east.
I'm gonna ask Marvis,
Yeah.
left or right door. Either one is fine with me. I think he's with me.
Mm,
So you see the two tunnels.
Mhm.
You see one that has a label in Elvish over here.
I wish I could
And
read it.
the other one
let me
open.
double check
Go ahead,
if I
Marvis.
can. I'm not sure if I remember if I do or not. Just give me a second. You can continue describing. Well,
We're
The
mentally
other one-
linked, and I do.
No, yeah, we could at least tell them it's Elvish. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Charles.
The other one also has a label in Elvish and opens up into a very large spiral staircase leading only down.
Do we want to go down or do we want to go up?
No, I think Tethel is down, but I'm not sure.
I turn to our friends. Is
I
it
will
up
say
or
something.
down we need to go?
Yeah, I will say something that there are
all
two
the NPCs
labels.
say down at the same time.
I figured it
Like-
was down, but gonna come to about here, I guess, with Marvis since we're looking at both doors. I will relay that both labels are in Elvish, and I don't think either of us know how to speak Elvish.
You can say, like, there's a squiggle here and a wiggle there.
Yeah, they look like they're very intricate and beautifully written, but
I do know
cannot read.
Elvish.
Oh, Marvis can read them. Good. Please read them.
All right. This one says, to East Mushroom Forest, beware of white LizardFolk. Extremely dangerous.
And then right next
That's
to it is a wet floor
offensive.
sign.
But anyway.
This one says, stairs down to city of Tethel, East
Okay.
Gate.
Oh, wow. I'm glad this is so nicely labeled.
Convenient.
While Marvis is reading stuff to me, I'm going to relay back to everyone, like, as he's saying it, I will say it, or vice versa. If he's just putting it in his head, that'll be good too.
I'll read it aloud because I forgot we were linked. So
Yeah, so Marvis is reading out loud, and I am slowly, word by word, reading it to everyone. So he's like, east, mushroom, forest. So
Bueller.
right, you might hear very quietly Marvis saying it out loud to me, but then you can also hear it in your brain, me repeating it.
The room that Fontiev is in begins to very slowly fill with lava, not fast at all. Like fast enough.
Okay, Fontiev is going to take non-existent Maggie and start moving forward.
Okay.
I'm assuming at this point Maggie has just kind of melded into NPC territory. She's just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
I like to think of her as slumped on the broom in a nice nap.
Perfect. Yes, she's very old and needs a nap.
Right.
How dare you call me old? Now get your ass over here.
Oh, you didn't close the door.
Yeah,
I
right,
was gonna close the door. I was gonna say that, but we went into a conversation.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, dude, that looks awesome. The 3D lava actually looks really cool. Looks really cool. Anyway, I'm going to say, like, the stairs down are to the southeast, the southeast entrance. So,
Okay, Charles, we get it. You're drawing more lava. Leave us alone.
hold your breath and start walking.
Just as friends find steps.
Yeah,
We're gonna go with
I
that
think
way.
that, like, I'm telling people, like, it's time to go. Oh no, there's too much smoke and coding is getting overloaded.
And Kiff,
Yeah, I was
Well-
wondering why yours was slowing down on that end.
yeah.
It's fine.
So Fontiev is just gonna hold his breath really tightly and then zoom with Kiff and
Are you gonna grab Kiff?
Maggie. Well,
Maggie's
Kiff
just
would-
in the NPC group. It's fine. Just you
yeah.
can say
So
Maggie's there
I'm
too.
gonna zoom into the safety of Dromik and the things that are here in the
Oh.
staircase. Well,
Whoa, wait. We haven't moved yet. I haven't moved. I don't
that's
need
where
to
you
breathe.
guys. That's
I'm
where
here.
you guys were.
No, I'm here. Like,
Okay.
I'm waiting for people. God forbid if someone needs to
Okay.
be grabbed. Gods forbid.
And Maggie, for all intents and purposes, is slumped on the bloom. On
I'm
the
just
broom.
I'm gonna
I can
repeat.
speak words. I know how to speak tonight. Yes.
I'm gonna repeat in mentally. Hold your breath. Make sure everyone else does the same.
Breath being held.
Okay.
Go ahead, Yllaxis.
I just said breath being held.
You're gonna move as well, assuming.
Yes.
If you wanna grab the NPCs, I can grab them too.
I got
Either
him
ways.
this time.
Neato,
This
thank
time.
you.
Okay. Everyone holds their breath. The smoke is sort of rising both to the south and to the northeast, so it doesn't go into the stairwell leading down.
Cool. I think we're following the stairwell at this point, yes?
Seems like.
I would imagine so. Yep.
Yeah, I would hope so. We know where we're going.
It goes down a long ways. But when you get to the bottom, you can see
Is it a Starbucks?
there is, you know what? Let's say there is like a little coffee stand.
Oh, lovely.
Could we?
Hi there. Welcome
could,
to Tethel Starbucks. How may I help you?
really
There's
quickly.
actually
Do you
a
mind
long-
if I delete some of these smokes just because
Go
they're
right ahead.
pretty brutal for my coding?
Hot. There's probably like 30 in the city. Relax.
There's a very flat little ramp, and then there is a big kind of gatehouse-looking thing, which is heavily armed and heavily defended. And someone shouts, "Who goes there?" in Elvish. And Valentino offers to talk with them if you wish, or you guys could do so.
No, I let Valentino do the talking, let them know that we have gifts for the queen and such.
Yeah, they're sure not going to talk to me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Fontiev is just gonna send a mental message to Yllaxis. You think that we should tell them that the thing is filling up with lava up there?
I'm just surprised that this has been... I'm surprised that that's how that's worked. Like, does nobody know about that door or what?
There's that, but it's literally filling up with lava, so I feel like that might be problematic soon.
We will let them know when we go in.
Yeah, there's other priorities. Lava moves slowly.
Right.
Let's see here.
Depending on the
Minute
lava.
1. Set the town on fire with lava. We're doing great today, guys.
We'll be fine. Oh, whoa, look.
So, to be a little clear, this gatehouse has at least 2 floors, such as they are, with the second one involving a lot of ballistas and other weapons. And all the guards kind of come down and cluster around as the door opens, and they all say, "Whoa," as you guys appear.
They're just as fascinated with us as we are with them.
Yeah.
Kiff, while Valentino is talking, smells the aroma coming from the stand,
Yes.
and he would like to approach the stand. And he'll have his little snoot, because he's short. I bet you whoever's behind the coffee stand could probably only see his little snoot. And he says, "Hello, friend. What is this?"
In common, right?
If Kiff will do a little jump, like a little hop to see if it is a drow behind the stand.
Yes. There's a drow lady behind the stand.
Then Kiff will start in common, in his normal broken common. I'll be like, "Oh," and then he will switch to undercommon.
She says, "This is coffee. It is a wonderful drink that makes you full of energy and ready to tackle all the tasks of the day. In fact, it will make you love to work." She says, "If your master would like to buy some, simply let me know how much they would like."
Kiff will turn back to the party, look for a second, and turn back to her. And he has
She
an
says, "I
idea.
sell
What's
it by
going
the
on.
bag or by the cup."
Kiff says, "Just 1 cup, please."
She says, "1 gold."
Kiff have gold here.
That's an expensive cup of coffee.
And then he will
You're right,
hand-
it is Starbucks.
he will
Right, exactly. It is Starbucks.
Like Jesus, that is a very expensive coffee.
he will hand over 1 gold, and he will look around on the stand. Is there like a tip cup?
There is a tip cup.
Kiff will approach the tip. Kiff will approach the tip cup.
Okay.
And that was difficult to say for a minute. And he will get on his little tippy claws, and into the tip cup he will place 1 other gold and 1 coupon for a silver off at Mulestick. Now open in Carthen.
She says, "Now open in Carthen." She says, oh, you must be, she says, "You must be Maggie's Marauders, the famous group who defeated the Emperor."
I'm sorry, Maggie's Marauders? Oh, I'm gonna have to talk with her.
She says, "Well, we heard down here, that from Valentino and Tyrion," she gestures to Valentino, "that you were led by a powerful female."
We are.
I look like I look at Yllaxis. I thought that was you.
Kiff's
They both
the
are.
one at the coffee stand.
They both
Kiff
are
will
quite
just turn to the
strong.
party and look and see Maggie just like slumped over on the broom sleeping, like drool coming out of the side of her mouth. And goes,
She's so powerful
"Yes."
she takes a power nap.
Right, it's power napping.
Yes, it's not a normal nap.
Right.
The coffee vendor, she says, "My name is going to be Marissa."
My name is going to be Marissa. Wow, your parents are very lazy up until this point, huh?
She
Let
just
it
It's
Demon
a
with your
drow
name.
naming thing. They get to choose their names.
yeah, they get to choose their names. She says, "Psst," and she kind of gestures for people to come over.
I approach.
Yeah, of course.
Yllaxis approaches. Okay.
Yeah, I'll get closer within earshot, and I'm looking at them.
She looks at Yllaxis and she says, "I'm sorry, I'm just so entranced by that golden hair. We haven't seen anything like it."
It's No, go ahead. I'm sorry to have cut you off. Continue.
She says, there was a lot of us in the city who were hoping you were going to join the Church of Freedom. No one really likes Queen Madara. We and Lady Saphira are hoping you guys could help us change the government.
Well, we're assessing the situation as it is right now, but I think, based off of what I've heard, that might be something that we could consider. We came here on sort of a lark of Maggie, who was challenged by the Queen.
A lark, she says, well, we've heard of your great deeds. She said, well, I heard that. She says, don't tell Maggie, but I heard Yllaxis was the most beautiful one. It certainly seems that way.
Oh, you've learned how to charm, to say the least.
She shrugged. She said, would you like a bag of coffee?
Certainly, and I'll flip out 2 gold for it.
Here you go. She gives you a bag of coffee beans.
While all that whispering and exchanging was transpiring, Kiff was going to scamper behind Dromik or Earthmic's leg so nobody can see, and he's going to smell the coffee and he's going to take a sip.
Oh no. Here we go.
Oh boy. So he takes a sip. So it tastes like real life coffee, except it seems to be spiced with nutmeg and cinnamon.
That sounds amazing.
Ooh,
Actually, that is
lovely.
a type of coffee
Delicious.
in, I think, Senegal. There's a type of coffee that has nutmeg and star anise and all sorts of spices in it.
That sounds pretty delicious.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Marissa says, if you don't like the taste, I can also sell you add more sugar to it. No extra charge.
From behind Elmick, you hear Kiff go, "Yummy yumkins!" And then I'll go, and I'll just keep sipping it.
I've seen many a people get the addiction to this.
And you
I'm-
just see
you hear mentally, he likes it.
You just turn to the side and you see Fontiev just holding a cup and he's just vibrating.
Oh no. I'm just gonna reply to Yllaxis. It seems he likes it. I'm gonna just turn around and go back to our little group.
Probably affects people more depending on body size.
Yeah, Kiff's very small.
Oh, I can vouch for that. There's a reason why I don't drink coffee anymore.
Kiff will be kind of moving over to each respective person of the party pretty quickly and going, try, very good, very good. Coffee, yes, coffee. Kiff remember.
I pretend to drink it.
Yeah.
Delicious. Thank you.
If Kiff is offering me a sip, Dromik will try it and say, it's good to have liquid. My mouth is quite dry.
Eventually, a fancy-looking lady appears, flanked by 2 adamantine golems. She says, "Are y'all ready for the inspection?"
Y'all ready for this? Da-da-da-da.
The inspection.
What does this entail?
What does this entail? You just go. Rah, rah,
Yeah, you hear me go like rap, 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 rap. Yeah, just
rocks
angry.
Scratching up. Yes.
Yes, angry scratching.
She says, we have strict rules about what is allowed to be imported and exported to and exported from the city. We need to make sure there are no infectious diseases or contraband substances that you are bringing into our town. It has lasted for millennia, and we wish to keep it pure in that sense.
Oh, certainly. What sort of contraband? what sort of questions do you have for the contraband? Or, whatever the word is, the whole.
She says, my name is Captain Dorse. Captain Natalie Dorse. She says, I do not think it wise that we tell you what we will be inspecting for before we inspect it. I will need you to come and to hand your possessions over to these golems here. They will all be inspected. We will return them to you, such as it is determined that it is permitted to be imported. And Valentino says, but we have the invitation to the duel. And she says, yes, I understand, but rules are rules.
I'm gonna mentally just say, like, I do not... Well, actually, all of my possessions have melded with my body. I am fine. No, that's like part of... I just realized that.
Yes, you are
part
right.
of the druid's thing is that literally I don't have any possessions on me. So
really funny.
I'm just gonna, like, wait, because I'm hanging out.
Can you absorb other things into you?
No, it's part of, like, the druid's thing that you can either have your items on you, which I have never stated I've done, or you can have them meld into your form as you are, like,
No, I'm just
form.
saying, can we, like, conveniently and just covertly just start shoving things into you?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I think that's how that works.
If you want to try to, go for it, but, like, I don't really
this
want
just
to
jump
do that.
straight in.
I don't think I can meld with people. Just items that that were on my person. But yeah, I'm just hanging.
As she approaches, I try to sort of butter her up, and as a courtier, I'm going to use the background feature where I understand what the laws are and how the bureaucracy works. So I would be able to talk to her about those things and understand, like, what the inspection process is and all that.
Okay.
As this discussion is
she
happening,
does kind of, like, blink, and she sees the golden elf hair of Yllaxis, and everyone else also kind of goes, whoa.
as before they start talking, I'm, like, standing here-ish, conveniently kind of body blocking anyone who happens to be behind me, just so everyone knows it's time to act fast. If you need to hide shit.
Valentina is saying, but Captain Natalie, and she says, yes, wait for a second, man. And so Yllaxis is speaking with these honeyed words.
Yes.
And Natalie says, well, you're quite flattering, and I can see you're of high birth. So, and she comes forward. She says, in truth, there is something I wish to speak with you about. There's been many rumors of your coming, and many people debated about whether the great Paladin of Australia would really come down here, and many people think it's an answer to their prayers. She said, "Don't tell the others." There's much murmuring among these other gate guards over here.
I'm gonna insight check her sort of sincerity of that, or if it seems like she's trying to pull a fast one.
Right,
Okay.
do the butter up, but the opposite way.
Yeah. She does what I do. 13
Beam die.
plus 5, 18.
You get the sense that she's fairly honest.
Okay.
She says,
Yes.
I do have to follow the procedure, though. She says, many, my colleagues here will be involved. We take each person one by one to the anti-magic chamber, and we look through their pack, and we don't want any sort of weird surface diseases or...
Do I hear anti-magic chamber?
Lizard fungus, foot fungus, that kind of thing.
Do I hear
Foot fungus,
anti-magic
yes.
chamber? If I hear that, I'm gonna kind of walk backwards, look sad.
She says, yes, you may want to unsummon your elementals for this process.
Oh, he's that's not a summoned. That is my friend.
Oh, really? She says, yes, we may be a bit different from your service towns in that many people in this town are quite magical and good at various things, such as druidic arts and so forth.
Very lovely, very lovely. Just about how long do you think the process would take? Is my only question.
Not long, especially if if you're in a hurry, we can. And she gestures to some others. And here is a paladin, and this person's name is going to be Lisa. We can do you instead of one by one. We can do you all at once.
I think
I
that's
got my
fair.
colleagues Lisa and Mildred. And let's call this guy Bartholomew.
Can I ask Yllaxis, like, see if they'll let us know what they're looking for? Because I'm gonna say mentally, like, I happen to have sunshine powder on my person as we speak. I forgot I had it in my pocket. I don't mind giving it up. I have it.
See. Well, that's not a problem. Do you mind? Obviously, we have the gifts for the queen to allow through. That should be searched first, just to make sure. Now, I'm immune to disease. I don't think that's a problem. But what other sorts of things would you be
People say
looking
immunity
for?
disease, and some people say, "Oh, is that a gift of the goddess?" And they're all debating.
It
So
is.
you want to know what they're looking for, right?
Yes, just what sorts of things are you looking for, and we'll help you out.
Okay, please roll persuasion.
Mm-hmm. Really effing good. 25.
So she says, "Well, the regulations most recently updated by Queen Madar. It is she doesn't like anything that would cause portals or summon or teleport anything. So because she's become quite paranoid in her old age and rather insecure." And Lisa,
You
is
just see
looks
her
kind of
come from
shocked.
behind the door. She's like, "Is it them? Is it the Illuminati? Are they here for my cheesecake? Make them go
Lisa-
away!"
Lisa and Mildred look kind of shocked when she says that.
So I
She
don't
says,
think we have.
Really, if you have any sort of drugs or fungal infections, that's the primary things. You know, those are the real things that we need to inspect for.
Certainly, I don't think that'll be too much of an issue. As I kind of give Dromik in rock form a little like elbow nudge.
Are you telling me to give them the piece or take it, like, what, dispose of it? I'm not sure.
That's fine. I mean, whatever you want to do. Honestly, if you were, we can give it up. I don't know
Yeah,
if we're
I'm
going
happy to
use
just
it.
give it up.
Mhm.
Or an earth elemental, bury it somewhere like a stash.
Well,
It's
yeah,
on
but
your person,
it's
though.
on
You
me.
can't. Right,
It's on
they
me.
did ask you to. They did
Yeah.
ask you to revert back to your usual form.
Yeah, which I'm okay to do. I'm just sorry. I'm looking at stuff to see. I'm gonna. Yeah. At this point, I'm okay to revert.
Most of the drugs got destroyed in the great bag in a bag situation.
Oh my god, yeah, I know. I am gonna revert and just say I have this. I was given this a long time ago. I can't remember from who, but I know it is.
It was from Vara.
Yeah,
So
I know.
when Dromik reverts,
yeah.
a lot of the soldiers say, "Holy shit!" and they kind of lift their crossbows and point at you. And Natalie says, "No, he's not a white LizardFolk. He's a green. Or what color is he? Is he brown or green?"
It's almost like the color in OBS. It's like that tannish brown sandy color.
He's a sandy.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk out loud now because I can. In common, because I don't know undercommon. I'll just say yes. Here. And I'm gonna just offer the sunshine powder. I had 2 sunshine powders. I think I was given this a long time ago by a friend who thought it would be interesting for me to have, but I do not want it if it's going to be something that causes problems.
You're offering it to Captain?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say I believe that's the only thing that could be considered a drug or anything harmful.
She says, "I'm required by law to dispose of this stuff."
Yes.
However, Marissa says, "Hey, I could buy it from you. I could keep it safe for a very, very low rental fee, since I operate outside the gates."
I sense you're being fleeced.
I'm
And
just
Natalie
gonna.
rolls her eyes and doesn't say anything.
Well, I'm just gonna look at everyone else and be like, I don't know. I don't know what the sunshine. I don't remember what it does. It's like a
If two of you do it, you can have a private conversation.
right,
Yeah.
right,
Varro did it with Valentino.
right with Valentino. I'm gonna look at them and be like, is this a problem? I mean,
it's up.
we
it's
have
up to
other
you, I
ways to have private conversations. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just gonna hand it over.
Handing it to Natalie?
Yeah. I'm gonna do the thing that looks good in their eyes.
She says very well. She says to Bartholomew, she says, Bartholomew, please take this and dispose of it. And Yllaxis sees her wink at Bartholomew.
Yeah, they're gonna go have a good time in the bathroom. But
He says, yes, ma'am.
No, which is totally fine. Which is totally 100% okay with me, because that gets us on their good side.
She says, now, if there's nothing else, I would like to have a private inspection. She says, especially with you, Yllaxis.
I don't think that's a problem.
She says, everyone go into the inspection rooms now. Go ahead. She says, everyone, stand aside.
So, sorry, really quickly, I just want to go over what Yllaxis, I don't know if Yllaxis related to us, what they're looking for specifically. Things that teleport,
I did.
or...
Yeah, portal. Anything that cause portals.
Portals or teleportation, which,
Yeah.
technically, we all technically have a piece of an arcane gate, but that is just like a piece of,
it's a piece of stone.
it's just a piece of stone.
Gobbledygook on it.
Right, it's not necessarily a summoning item, but yeah, that's fine.
Natalie gives a bunch of orders to the other ones, and then she tries, because Yllaxis is so persuasive, she tries to lean into Yllaxis and whisper, the queen's paranoid, someone's gonna summon in an army for something.
Oh,
Pish posh.
you're gonna ban me from this place.
We'll approach the gate, and he will wipe his feet outside of the gate, and he will cast prestidigitation on himself to clean up any potential fungal spores that may have lingered on him from our journey. And Kiff will say,
Fontie's gonna poke him like, do me too.
Oh, yes. And Kiff will just do boop, boop, little by little. And Kiff will say an undercommon, Kiff have no hide, Kiff have no fear. And then he'll happily jaunt inward. Oh, I can't get Kiff over the threshold.
Can the owner of this kobold please speak up?
That would be me.
And she smiles at you and she says, I knew you were a woman of culture.
In mentally, I say to Kiff, I'm very sorry.
Kiff says, Kiff, no. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up as well. I'm gonna make sure that all of my weapons are sheathed and I'm looking as unthreatening as physically possible.
I don't look anything like my mini right now. All my
right, exactly. Myself as well. I don't have my weapons out.
Hey, I there's only so much I can do, guys. I'm not great at modeling yet, okay?
It's okay.
Totally
I'm just
fine.
teasing. It's
Rob, I demand you render every single thing that has ever happened.
God damn it.
Oh no.
We got recordings, don't worry.
I need a Patreon for this.
Okay, so Natalie says, Kiff and Yllaxis, you're with me in inspection room number 1.
Okay. And where are the other ones going?
So she's come over here.
Kiff will scurry around the giant tarantula and squeeze me.
They look fuzzy and curious. And people have actually tried to reach out and touch Yllaxis' hair as she goes by.
I had a friend who she's this Irish blonde lady who her dad got a job in Japan in the 80s and she lived there for several years, and people would stop in the street and touch her hair, and it's just the creepiest thing because they had never seen Barbie before.
Right, they had never seen blonde hair, long blonde hair.
They
or whatever.
would touch her, and it's
it's so uncomfortable.
Can we just assume that I'm a Barbie girl and a Barbie world is just playing for Yllaxis as she walks to the sleep?
You're singing it in your head, so I can't get it out. I can't get it out.
Okay, so Bartholomew says Dromik and Albert, you're with me.
I'll be
Inspection
back
room 2.
in 20 minutes, guys. I need to rehydrate.
Oh yeah, you're filling up your water. That's okay.
I assume you guys are going to go into the inspection room.
Yes.
So
Yes. I am doing that. That's fine.
And then Lisa.
And you just hear us all scream. Oh!
Lisa says Fontiev, Maggie, and Marvis are with me in inspection room 3.
I got him. I like that they have 2 golems in there, just in case.
Yeah, Lisa brings in one of the tarantulas and two of the golems.
That's awesome. Do we have
and
a tarantula in our room
just
too?
wanders in too and sits back against the wall chewing some gum.
Do we have a tarantula in our room too? Because I would absolutely like to check it out. Just looking at it, I'm just
yes,
like
there is
I'm
one
keen eyeing it.
Fontiev starts to cry a little
Yes.
bit. It reminds me so much of mittens.
So how do I do this? Okay, there's lots of things that are happening at the same time.
Do you want to do by room?
Yeah,
We
pick
can
a
do it
scene.
by room, yeah. So in inspection room 1, Natalie once the door is closed and sealed, she says, "Oh my God, guys, I'm so glad you're here. You know, we were all praying that someone would free the city. You know, from this Queen Madara has become increasingly crazy. She's been ignoring the council. She's been putting on crazy laws. Males aren't allowed to ride horses or lizards anymore. It's nuts." She says, if we can, like, I don't know, if you guys can win this duel and you can, especially you got to get General Tanya on your side, and then this city will finally be free. She said, we would be so grateful. We would help your war too. We've heard a little bit about it. We don't know the details.
Yes, we'd appreciate that. What does this General Tanya? I know Maggie knows some things out of character. I'm trying to talk to her to try to get any more insights that Valentino might not have been able to provide.
Okay, I'm just gonna start writing some of this stuff down here so we can refer to it. General Tanya is the highest, what do you call it? The commander-in-chief. In chief of the army. Queen Madara has had a maniacal quest, a maniacal desire to kill the white lizard folk and find out why they are they're immune to every form of magic that is known. And she's been telling General Tanya to just fight them and pursue them all through the whole the deepest parts of the Mushroom Forest. And it's been a terrible war. No one likes it. Everyone thinks it's really pointless.
I need to hydrate.
It's a very unpopular war. She says, I know General Tanya, it wants to be back on the side of freedom and illustrated, especially because the Queen has been ignoring the council more. The council is getting rather upset. And she says, I think Saphira, Lady Saphira, the most powerful wizard, would also be on your side if you could speak with her.
That's good to know. We will definitely have conversations with them. It seems like there's a bit of a triumvirate here: the Queen, the military, and the Magocracy. And if 2 out of the 3 make a bid, then it seems like that's the political play. No?
Yes. And she says the other thing is everyone's reported more and more sightings of the bloodworms, and there's been increasing earthquakes and tremors, and the Queen doesn't seem to care, but everyone's very concerned with this. We really need, if that gets worse, she says, we definitely will need your help.
I see. So perhaps, okay. Is that the primary concern people have in this area? Obviously, the Queen, but also would you say the people's biggest concern, the day to day, is these bloodworms are going to destroy our city and kill me?
She says that, and the Queen has been increasingly calling for extrajudicial executions and trials that are just very capricious, bad for business. No one likes it, but she has this army of spiders that's just quite difficult for us to deal with. And because of tradition, she has been the Queen for 300 years. So elves don't change their minds slowly, she said. She says, but I do want to assure you, I just want to make it very clear that if you can liberate this city and especially speak with Lady Liratel, if you need help in your war against the Surface Emperor, I think she would be really interested in that, especially because we need to expand. Our city is rather hemmed in down here.
I see. It's definitely a conversation worth having. What is Lady Laratel's role in this whole picture?
She is one of the council members. She is a very powerful merchant, specifically in the wand and magical item business.
Does she have aspirations for the crown as well?
She has big aspirations, and she is rumored to be a adherent of the Goddess of Freedom.
See.
Those, of course, there's been increasing persecutions of the faithful of the Goddess of Freedom. So it's a bit, tensions have been quite high.
I see. That's all good to know. Are there any other important things on the politics you think we should know? But this has all been very helpful. I think we might be able to talk together and come up with a good plan. But I think a lot of what you said has great value.
She tells you where the notable churches of Australia are, and she tells you where to find the military base and the Mage Guild, where Lady Saphira is, and the palace. She basically explains the layout of the city to you.
Very good.
Kiff will, as she explains that, Kiff will take out that ink pot and scrap paper that he has, and he will use his background ability of Wanderer to draw a little map.
Yep, and I will help you with that on the break we're going to have pretty soon. In room 2, Bartholomew says, all right, guys, basically, he says, I'm a reasonable man. I just want some cool shit from the surface. You know, this inspection doesn't have to be all, and he just kind of pushes the gnome around. He's like, he doesn't have to be too invasive.
What kind of things are you looking for?
He says, what you got?
I'm happy to show him both the Sea Mother prayer book. I have the eel bracelet. I'm gonna open up that as well as the eel bracelet.
He says, whoa. This is pretty cool. He says, you mind if I keep these?
As long as we are free to go. I'm happy to have you.
He says, thanks, man. He says, is it true you're a slave? You're one of Maggie's slaves?
I am no slave. Though I do enjoy Maggie and follow her. She is quite smart.
He says, yeah. But with all the tension of the lizard folk here, it might be a little bit of a political sight to be seen on the streets. So just, he says, I'm kind of neutral myself. I don't like to get involved in political stuff, but just saying.
Yes, I will be more aware of this. I know that the white lizard folk are seen to be rather bad at this time. I would at some point like to.
He says, well, do you know anything about them?
I have never seen a white lizard folk. Only my color and some others in cities, but never pure white.
Well, we've been seeing them around the deep tunnels, and they have this weird thing where anytime you try to cast a spell on them, it just goes poof, it disappears.
Very interesting. I'm not sure as to what that is, but I would be rather interested in meeting another white lizard folk. I know that may be something that you don't want to hear, but I would find it fascinating.
Queen Medora has ordered General Tanya to interrogate them and figure out what their deal is, but so far none of them will speak in the interrogation. They've just been sit there while they get all their arms and legs and head cut off. Kind of sad, really.
I'm not surprised at that. Lizard folk are quite stubborn.
Okay, let's move on.
Yes, that's it.
Number 3. Lisa is very suspicious, and Mildred is also just looking like she's full of scorn. And Lisa says, what is the purpose of your visit to Fontiev and Marvis and Maggie?
She says you guys seem sus, which is an elven word for
yes.
suspicious.
You see.
Bartholomew, border
On-
cop on the Canadian border. Lisa, border cop on the
Yes.
Mexican border.
Yes.
Fontie's like, I'm mostly just following Yllaxis around where she goes because she seems to be the smart person right now, and I'm doing whatever I can to help her.
What god or goddess or group of gods does Yllaxis serve?
And I'm kind of relaying that, I would know
would know
this.
by now.
Elias
I would.
Elias
Elias
Straley.
Straley.
Elias Straley.
Alias Straley?
She says, "Are you aware that the worship of the goddess of filth is severely responsible for terrorism in this city and is heavily discouraged?"
Who dat?
No,
Who is that? I start flipping through my traveler's pamphlet to who is that?
New god, who dis?
Oh, it's like
looks, and she says they're playing dumb.
no, like Fontiev is 100% stupid on this. He has no idea.
This is not playing, ma'am.
I will confirm that he
if there was
is
a roll an inside check.
very low intelligence.
Like legitimate Fontiev does not know who this is.
Lisa walks up to her. She says, "Who is your maker?"
I believe it's my mother.
She's talking to me, Fawn.
Oh,
He is someone not on this plane.
Lisa goes to Mildred. She says, "Note that she had planar travel. What plane? Where did it come from? More information."
You are not privy to that information.
Fontiev is just gonna take a sidestep away from.
Lisa takes a step back and she gestures, and the two adamantine columns step forward. She says, "I'm telling you again, what world do you come from?"
Player forgot
Yeah,
name
yeah.
world.
Fontiev like intentionally just got and Maggie just got step aside like nope.
Oh, I
Not
just
dealing with
moved. I
this.
just moved Maggie because she was getting squished.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you said, Marvis.
I completely forgot the name of original world.
You can name whatever you like.
I don't know if it did. It have a name?
I think it did have a name.
I think the towns had names. I don't remember if the world had.
Yeah.
Mushroom
I think
mustache land.
I think it was Talara.
Talara.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it had a name, but it was so long ago.
We'll go with Talara.
Okay, so she says, "Note that," and then Mildred writes it down. And she says, "Why have you come here?"
I was sent to protect this world from invaders.
Tell me more. What invaders?
Anybody who opens a portal to this world is an invader. So that involves demons, devils.
Oh, I got booted.
Yeah, I
So
did
did
too.
I.
That's okay. The heads are still moving. Keep going.
the same.
Yay!
Hooray!
Foresight
Things of
planning.
that nature.
Lisa seems to combat. She says, "Okay, now last question: Have you or has anyone in your family members behaved inappropriately or stepped on a spider within the last 7 days?"
No?
I look at Fontiev and Maggie like, I haven't seen a spider. Have you seen a spider?
I don't think we've encountered a spider to this point. Like
Mhm.
actually.
Yeah, no, sorry, no.
Okay. She says, "Do you have any scrolls in your possession?"
On my possession, no.
What about this one? She gestures towards Fontiev.
Not that I'm aware of.
I doubt it. He's not magical.
She says, "Give me the bag," gesturing to the purse.
Okay. I'm pretty sure the
No, the purse
yeah.
of many pockets has tons of scrolls in it, guys.
No, I'm saying the purse doesn't.
Or
The purse like would disengage because it's no longer on my person.
oh yeah, no, I don't think that's how that works.
No, it has to be connected to me and connected to people who are, friends in order for it to
attuned?
work.
I don't know how the purse of many pockets works.
I think
DM?
it's I'm gonna say
If it's
it doesn't
attuned, then
require-
it doesn't matter.
I'm
I
honestly
feel like it
interested.
takes a little time not being on you for that to happen. I mean,
Right.
it's true that
I'm just letting you know.
Necessarily experimented a lot with it.
Yeah, we haven't. Well, we know it explodes if anything is another purse is put in it. We know that
We know
much.
you can't breathe through it.
Yes, we know
Yeah.
you can't breathe in it. I'm just letting you both know that, like, there are a ton of scrolls in the purse of many pockets.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna let them know that, like, I mean, I don't personally have anything in there, but this is like a shared pool inventory, so I don't know what anybody else has in there. I mostly use it for snacks.
That's not mine. That's not mine, officer.
Why does it matter if we have scrolls? These scrolls are for our protection, if we have any.
She says, yeah, well, we're here to guard the city from invaders, just like you said. If you guys have any scrolls that summon things or pull things from other dimensions, we cannot allow that.
We don't have anything of that sort.
I don't believe.
Well, we're gonna take a look.
While that's going on, I would assume that.
Wait, are we still connected telepathically?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know. DM.
I would be.
For like a few more minutes. Yeah.
I would be fucking screaming that shit in my head to tell the other people get any scrolls out of the purse.
I'm gonna take all the scrolls out in front of my friend and just say, "Excuse me for one moment."
You're just gonna dump everything out before they get into our bag.
Any of the scrolls.
Take some of the scrolls out. Maybe.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave. I mean, I think I'm just gonna leave my enlarged reduced scroll in there,
Perfect.
but I want it actually because I bought it with my money and I kind of want to keep it.
You could just leave like ensnaring or yeah, just maybe leave like protection from fiends.
Yeah, protection from fiends and detect thoughts. There you go.
Detect thoughts could be interesting.
Yeah.
Kiff will.
Let's just take out all the scrolls just to be on the safe side, just in case they want to take.
I'm gonna leave protection from fiends because we said we might have scrolls in there, and it's you seem less guilty if you're like
if there's scrolls in there, yeah.
And Kiff will put in the mangler teeth, the nibbled eyeball, and he'll put in Robert Blackman's skull too.
Okay, so just to be clear, so that's what was taken out and put in. So Lisa orders Fontiev to hand over the purse,
and Fontiev does.
I'm sorry, and two snack sticks.
Oh.
With coupons.
With coupons attached to the stick.
Kiff and I are going to climb that corporate ladder, and we're going to make a fuck ton of money.
Does Fontiev hand over the purse? I just need to be clear.
Yeah, that was the plan. I'm not resisting. There's no reason to.
So Lisa immediately hands it over to Mildred, who goes and stands behind the giant tarantula and starts throwing everything out of it that she could find it.
I wouldn't throw that eyeball. I think he still wants to eat it later.
Okay, so she looks at you and then she hands it to the golem instead of throwing it in the ground. She says, "Whoa, look at this shit!" And she shows the rubies and the sapphires. She says, "What are these? These look like official documents showing the imperial orders."
Yeah, we encountered some people. We took some shit from them. Happens when you're on adventures on the road.
Took some shit, says Lisa. You guys are bandits?
No, but are you just gonna leave that in the ground for somebody else to take it?
She's basically handing it to the golems who are holding it while she keeps digging out more stuff from the bag. She pulls out the holy symbol of Pillar. She says, "What is this shit?"
I think we found...
Really quickly, would people have taken out the teleport bomb?
Yeah,
because I'm assuming.
I would assume.
Oh, come on, shit. Well, that's gone. So never mind. We should have read through all of this stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, took out.
She's asking you if the holy symbol of Pillar represents your god.
I'm gonna be like, I point at myself and I point at the other golems. We don't have gods. We have makers. That's about it. I don't. And I point to Fontiev. I don't think he believes in anything besides himself.
Well, that's not true. That's not true. And I reach into my pocket and I pull out Jack Daniels. I believe in Jack Daniels.
Okay. They're gonna, and the Mildred takes out the tiny door. She says, "What the fuck is this?"
I'm actually not sure what that is. What is it?
Yeah.
It's a tiny door.
She said, "We'll hold on to this. We'll investigate this in more detail.
Yep,
We'll let you know if it's approved.
all of our stuff
Maybe
is
in a few
gone.
days."
In a few days. Wait, we were kind of invited here through Maggie because there's some sort of
Duel?
duel between her and your queen.
Lisa says,
What
"Yeah,
is-
of course, we served the queen. Like
Yeah.
this shit isn't allowed in a duel. This is illegal stuff. Like all this teleport bomb, this instant door, no way."
Yeah, but we're not saying we're going to use that in the duel. We're adventurers. We go out in the wilderness where there's bandits and fiends and bears.
She
things.
says,
Oh
"Sorry,
my.
new security policy." And so they confiscate those 3 items, which I will note. I won't delete them, but I'll say they were confiscated.
Okay.
Can we at least get them back when we leave the city? Sheesh. We just
She says, "We're gonna investigate these for foreign influences."
What?
How long is this duel supposed to take? We're only here for that, and then we're gone.
If things go right, this
Hopefully
won't matter.
short. Yes, hopefully it won't matter, but it's fine. For now, they're confiscated.
The inspection is now complete, and you guys are free to meet up with each other once again. As the door begins to open, it is 9:08, so you can take your short break now if you would like.
I think that's a good idea.
As we walk out, I'll tell the
Okay.
golems, you guys should try to be more free. Listen to these crazy spider people.
They look at you, and they kind of blink their little quartz eyes.
Ugh. They're
If you
adorable.
want freedom, blink twice.
They blink twice.
I look up Fontiev, I'm like,
Fontiev is just shrugs and just goes, yeah, I don't know.
it's a
Lisa
plan.
walks up
It's an
to-
idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Who doesn't like a little chaos in the world?
So, we are taking our break?
We're
Officially?
taking a break. Yeah.
Okay, so I am actually going to leave this up really quick because Matt and I have maybe a fix to the error head. Maybe. But now is your chance to ask questions, comments. I'm going to be able to actually talk as well as my other players, though some of us may be running to the bathroom. So yeah, it's break time. So now we're free to enter the city?
Yep. And Natalie's going to just whisper to Yllaxis one more thing, which she says, if you're not sure what you can do to help, go to see Sister Shantae at the Church of Australia. And I will double check that.
Considering Maggie's taking a power nap right now, that might be a good place to go.
Yeah.
And her
And
name's
immediately
Shantae.
you see that Natalie and Mildred and Lisa are just getting into a big argument as soon as you leave.
Cliff turns to the party and says, Cliff think time walk way now. And Cliff is going to start walking.
Okay.
Okay, this is the map Kiff has drawn, though. It's a rough map. So as you can see, this is like a view. There's a lot of purple. There's a lot of beautiful architecture. It looks like a lot of the houses were created with mold, earth, and stone-shaped spells. So very, very elvish and smooth. There's plenty of lights. Magical in nature. There definitely seems to be a lot of magic in this town.
And then immediately you just see someone cut someone off with the carriage and they're like, ah, get out of here, I'm walking.
Yes. And the part of the town that you go into immediately is the business district, where you have stuff like your lawyers, your construction companies, stuff like that. Finance, banks, etc. It's quite a big town. Quite a big town indeed.
Indeed.
The cave that it's in is a huge, huge cave.
Ethel, one hell of a town.
Yes.
What musical is that from? Again? Crap. Oh well.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
One hell of a town. I know it's from something. You're
It's
right.
from the one about Fleet Week. in New York
Oh.
City with all the sailors.
Brent?
I can't hum anymore.
You can
but,
sing it, but yeah.
Frank
Sorry,
Sinatra's
Rob,
in
did you
it.
just say rent?
I don't know. I
Sinatra's
don't
in
know
it.
musicals.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Oh no.
We joined the Navy.
Yep.
I can't say another line.
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah.
You figure it out later. Let's look around this town.
Albert says, I want to go to the slave market, see if I can, my sister's there, if I can buy her back. And Valentina says, I don't think it's a good idea to go there right away. I'll be able to find a nice inn and get some rest.
You might be right, Albert. As much as I understand that you want to see Sibling, you should be rather careful about where you go, especially where you go alone.
He looks both sad and sad, but he nods.
It's all that coffee.
Yeah.
Are we going to try to find it in first?
Valentina says, you know what? If you don't mind, I'll take you to a real fancy one. Has great baths. It is in the High Family Estates district. It's a really nice place.
Do you know pricing on this inn? I did just buy a house.
Can we trust you?
Kiff is curious as to if Maggie was invited to this duel. Are we set up for accommodation through them?
The guys kind of look at each other, and Valentina says, look, Lady Lyratel is a pretty good friend of mine. I basically do work for her. He says, I care about you guys a lot. I think that throughout my journey, you've shown me how, capable and trustworthy you guys are to each other. You have so much respect for each other. It means a lot to me. He says, I'm happy to pay this out of my own money. I don't know what's going to happen. I know the Queen's been increasingly crazy. The Bloodworms have been active. I want to make sure you guys get a really good stay tonight.
Kiff says, thank you, friend. And that's it.
I do appreciate this. Thank you.
Okay, so if there's no other objections or other ideas, he would kind of lead you across the city.
I feel like we've been awake for quite some time, correct?
You
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
feel there.
Yeah.
Maggie, in fact, has a level of exhaustion.
A level of exhaustion, yeah.
Yes, that's right.
So a rest would be good
Sleeping it
before anything else happens.
So some things you notice as you walk across, the Mage Guild is kind of dangling from the ceiling of the cave. There's no way to get to it. There's some people who just cast Levitate and just kind of levitate up to it. There's a big lake on which there's a bunch of fishing boats. Some of the biggest buildings, there's a huge market which is selling all kinds of crazy stuff. There's one really big temple of Loth, and there's a lot of little temples that are further away. There's the council buildings, there's the Duel Master's office, and then he takes you to a really nice...
Did you just say Duel Monsters?
Duel Master's office. He takes you to a really nice hotel, and it's going to be called Kieran's Horn.
That's cool.
Dual Monsters office. The office of two cheeses.
Kieran's Horn, it has a lot of great stuff. It's basically on the edge of the Queen's Park. Great views. He buys the royal suite for you. He says, I can stay with you guys tonight if you like, or I can go back to my place. He says, whichever you prefer. He says, I know you might be a little nervous staying in this town, given the whole government situation, so I want to give you the option. And Drake and Josh, they step in and they say, guys, we kind of had some preconceived notions about this surface, but even Kiff, the little lizard dude, and Dromik, you guys have been really cool. We're starting to rethink some of our outdated views, dude.
I'm glad you're starting to see what we're fighting for.
So yeah, thanks. They say we work for Lady Farah, And they say, you know, if you want to know what's going on over there, if we can take any messages for you or do any favors for you, we'd be happy to do so. You guys like saved our lives like a whole bunch of times, so we certainly owe you.
Remind me who Lady Farah is.
She's one of the High Council of the town.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Does anyone have anything to say to Lady Farah? I'm sure that we would probably like to have a meeting with her, if possible, at some point. Maybe when Maggie is more awake and alert.
What are her sort of political leanings in regards to some of the other names that we know of, or juxtaposed to the Queen?
They say, she's pretty conservative, but she's been a little bit PO'd because the Queen's banned a whole lot of trade in drugs and stuff, and she tends to have a lot of investments in that area. Yeah, especially stuff from the surface, they say. You know, she does, you know, worship the spiders and all, but she's been a little bit annoyed, especially when that whole new law about males not being allowed to ride horses or drive caravans. That's it.
It hurts business, I see.
Yes. So, you know, if you ever want to talk to us or learn more, or maybe get a meeting with her, you can just go to her place in the just a couple minutes north of here. We'll be happy to set up a meeting. And Drake says, you know what, guys? I'm gonna start spreading rumors about how awesome you dudes are, because let me tell you, that trip was something else.
Yes.
Thank you.
Taking a rest might be a good idea.
Just say, thanks, friend. Tell them meal stick on surface in Carthage. Good news.
Yes, absolutely.
I will
if we can get this crazy Queen to chill out a little bit, maybe we could have a whole, I don't know, we could like everybody could go up to the surface on vacation or maybe even move there. Josh says I might like to live there. I don't know, dude.
And Fontiev just says to the side, "Where's a meal stick on a stick?" I agree with that random voice.
know nice places in woods. You know, settle down, have a nice quiet life. Or friends know other friends in city have loud life. Many things happen. Have friends by sea. Have friends inland. We'll turn to Dromik. Have friends in desert. We'll turn to Marvis. Have friends in places. Many good places to go.
Definitely.
We hope make things better between folk, underground folk, and above ground folk.
Yeah, Drake says, you know what? I don't know why we've been just stuck down here in this kind of hellhole. You know, what are we doing here? I mean, we always heard that everything outside of it was dangerous. I mean, it sure is. You know, like in the fucking caves. But
Fontiev just kind of goes into a ball and starts rocking back and forth. Don't eat worm. Don't eat worm. Don't eat worm.
as you say that, there's a big rumbling, and everyone at the end who's walking along in the breeze just kind of freezes and looks up and looks around and starts murmuring to each other.
Fontiev does not like the Underdark.
That is something we will need to discuss with at least one more person.
Yes, those things.
Possibly many more.
Good thing. Good food. Good bath. Good sleeps. Try later.
I agree with this.
I agree as well. I have some plans once we have a moment to sit down and discuss.
I think this is that moment. Going into the inn. I'm assuming we're walking towards the place that we were told.
Is Valentino still with us, or did he go too?
He
Well,
offered to stay with us if we're not.
Go home. He's offering this choice to you.
Oh, I have something for him privately as well.
So why don't you... Valentino, excuse me. Why don't you,
Go back to my place. I wouldn't reject you, he says.
Oh, no.
come
I
with
just want
us
to have a quick conversation.
until...
Rude.
Yeah, come with
Rude.
us until it's time.
He says, yes, my lady. And you notice him, like, become notably more of, like, a submissive and demure now that he's in the town. And he does more bowing and stuff like that.
let me know when we're in the the room at the inn.
Okay. So do you guys want to just go straight there? That would be perfectly fine.
I think so.
Yeah.
For now,
I
we
think
know.
so.
So as I made notes in here about some of the features in this inn, it's a really, really nice inn. They have like everything's very beautiful decorations. There's paintings everywhere. There's priceless jade vases and potted shrooms. They have a full bar. There's like live music and shows twice a day. There's in the royal suite they have like an in-suite miniature heated pool heated by magically enslaved elementals. They have the biggest beds you've ever seen, which are called the Drow Queen size.
Well,
And there's free bathrobes and slippers. Of course, you're told that they'll charge you extra if you keep them,
of course.
but they are there for you to use, and they're very soft, very silky. Very
Meanwhile, in the corner, you just see Maggie going, "Just put all the tiny shampoos in the bag."
Yeah, there's complimentary shampoos and subs too.
Okay.
So I guess I'll just start like drawing some.
And then we turn around, Maggie's just at the service cart, and she's just grabbing a handful more of them and just shoving them into a bag.
That is the best thing to do at a hotel. I just gotta say.
When we're alone in the hotel room with Valentino, I say, "Can you put out your hand, please?" As I present to him my holy symbol.
This is the holy symbol of Australia. You can't give this away. It's a holy.
Oh, I'm not giving it away. Can you touch it?
Yes, I can.
I put my hands on his there, and with the light of the holy symbol in my hands, the sort of moon comes along, and the eyes of the beautiful drow woman are ingrained on his head, as sort of this like lunar glow comes through him, her body in silhouette, like covering him as I am removing the curse of gaze on him.
You're too kind. And Yllaxis hears the voice of the goddess, and the voice says, "Thank you," and she also says, "Tonight you shall dream."
A light smile comes to my face. It's the least I could have done. How often do they do this to you?
Often, he says.
So this isn't gonna last very long. I sigh. Feel free to speak freely amongst us. You're not beneath us. You are our equal.
Thank you.
You are parallel adjacent.
I don't find many people be beneath us. I think that that's kind of an archaic way of thinking. We're all hopefully fighting for the same thing at the end of the day.
Kiff looks directly up and says, "Kiff think we below many people right now."
Good one.
But see, that's just the thing, Kiff. The stray is meant to let people rise up to the surface searching for freedom, because under these conditions, they act as if they are beneath others.
Valentino, yes. In fact, it's really almost that they brought us here to keep us in constant fear of what's beyond our town in certain ways. I mean, you saw how dangerous it was. You guys are powerful adventurers, but average people are going to be terrified of all those things outside of the gates. We're kept here by fear.
Right now with the bloodworm, I'm not surprised.
I think we need to make it so that you're kept here because this is a prospering utopia.
Jesus, that or leave, yes. He says, by the way, you guys have all earned level 13.
Neat!
That's very exciting. That deserves a... Wow.
What happened?
If you didn't do it, I was going.
I just did. I just redeemed a wow on my Twitch stream. Don't worry about it. But yeah, that's exciting. Oh, yo, this pool's amazing.
It has like a little glowing crystal for light.
Oh, pretty crystals.
Cliff
It's a nice pool.
Cliff turns to Dromik and says, "Little pond in other room, warm for folk like us."
Warming up would be very nice right now. Yeah.
It looks like only 3 beds, but there are more beds in the closet. They've never had so many different people in one suite.
That's fine.
Cliff, okay. Cliff's
Yeah.
sleeping nest.
Kiff's like, I got a nest, it's fine. I think Kiff and I are going to spend some time in the pool. Yes, I think is Kiff's hope. Dromik's just gonna like lounge back on the like edge of the pool and just kind of lay there and like lay his head back a little bit, just kind of floating in the water, enjoying himself.
Cliff is gonna blow little bubbles.
Feel free to continue talking. We're just hanging out.
There's gonna be a little bit of steam. There's like a little button you can push for bubbles in the pool too.
I love that so much.
Proficiency 5.
Cliff pushes the button and goes, "Whoa!"
Yeah. I'll say to Kiff, you know, I'm glad we're still both on this journey. It is nice to have another scale folk continue with this. Thank you for being as close to me as you are.
Indeed. Thank you for being my friend as well. It seems we
Thank you for being a friend.
It seems we have quite the task before us. So all of our brethren are, for lack of a better term, well, enslaved down here.
Well, for you enslaved, for me murdered. But yes, I think that we should be rather careful where we go on our own, at the very least. Staying with either Yllaxis or Maggie might be best for us. They are from what I can tell, it seems they are a matriarchal group. I think they talked with us about this, and my people were also matriarchal, but not as they did not force males to be subservient.
Indeed. Perhaps. Who knows? And Cliff will do a little swim over to the other side of the pool. And like put his tail on like a different jet.
It must feel good to stick your tail into a jet.
Maybe not into one. We know how that works. Don't ever stick your fingers in jets, people. It's very, very dangerous. That's
Yes.
me.
Oh, it is? I didn't know that.
Incredibly dangerous. You could get your fingers cut off.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you can have things sucked into the jet. It's really, really dangerous. Don't do that, please.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is a magical jet, so we're gonna pretend that doesn't happen in Magic Land.
Cliff will say, depending on how certain things go, perhaps we can be emissaries to these white scale folk. And who knows, we might be able to foster a peace and newfound respect for our kind.
I would like to learn more about them. I wonder if they embrace my god or others. I know that there's a few others that could be potential gods that they worship, but if we're on the same page with the same god, they might be easier to talk to, especially if the two of us also speak Draconic, and I look similar, at least to them.
Valentina says, I think that would be wise. We have not even been able to communicate with them. They seem to have taken some sort of vow against them. He says it's such a shame that Queen Madara declared this huge war on them when they could be our allies.
Yes,
Perhaps
they...
some of them are imprisoned at the military base in the northeast, he says.
Military base. Thank you for that. That might be somewhere to talk to, though I don't know if they will willingly talk to us while captured, but at the very least, they are a very good start. Thank you, Valentino.
Sure.
Cliff is gonna swim on over, and he's gonna look at the soap.
He's
Oh,
gonna
I got
look out.
powder.
God damn it, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin is really dropping the ball today.
It's okay, we still have the voices. Go for it.
You want
Kevin,
to know the details of the soap?
Of course I do.
I would like to know about all of the soap details, please.
The soap it's purple. It has glitter in it, and it's shaped like a big bat with its wings spread.
Excuse me, what? Incredible.
Yep.
Kiff would like to pick up the soap with his 2 paws.
Okay. Is he gonna wash himself?
He would like to sniff it.
It smells like lavender and truffle oil.
That sounds delightful.
So as Kiff is facing the soap stand,
It's like a
and
big
sniffs-
long shelf that are all these little lotions and potions are.
Yeah. Ooh, lotions and potions.
Yeah.
That could be a great name for a shop. Anyway, Kiff will sniff the soap bat, and he'll look back at Dromik, and look back at the soap. Look back at Dromik again. Look back at the soap. And he'll stick his tongue out a little bit. He's gonna take a little lick.
It tastes like soap and also glitter. And also those other flavors.
Kiff goes, no. not.
I was about to say, I'm gonna say probably in unison with Kiff, not good eats.
The shampoos also look like delicious candy or sauces or something. They're like this sparkly gel of purple and red and colors like that.
Kiff is gonna turn back to Dromik, and he's gonna
I'll make a
say,
list.
I'll say in Draconic, what is the skin folks' obsession with cleaning supplies that smell like food?
Well, they are hairier than us. I imagine hair gets quite dirty.
But why?
I don't know.
Why the inviting smells?
Well, you like the smell, correct?
Well, yes.
I think that's the point. I'm talking in Draconic at this point.
Yeah, we both
yeah.
are. Yeah.
I think that's the point, is to smell nice.
Fontiev just comes wandering into the bath and just face plants into it.
Hello, Fontiev.
And as I start sinking. And you just see all kinds of dirt and bullets come out of Fontiev as he just sinks further into the water.
Oh, boy.
That
Well,
sounds like it's good.
I'm gonna
this
look
is-
over at Kiff and say, see? Dirt. Just in Draconic. I don't know if you know Draconic or not, but...
You just see Fontiev's like, hey, come back out of the water. It has been so long since I've had a bath. Thank God.
Kiff is just gonna wade over to Fontiev and just hand him the soap bat. I was just gonna say, he's gonna whisper, not good eats.
I'll keep that in mind as I start scrubbing with it.
Yeah, so just to be clear, there's hand lotion, body lotion, bath lotion, bubble bath, shampoo, conditioner, perfume, and cologne. Let me know if I missed anything. Oh yeah, there should be like treatments too. There should be like a face mask.
Like fancy
Oh
treatments.
my
And then there's
God.
eye
Gross spotted.
Oh, they're like the little,
compress.
oh yeah, like the little eye compresses. There's like it's probably like some type of like,
Exfoliating stone.
yeah,
Yep.
exfoliator. Yeah, there you go, a pumice stone.
Definitely some sort of, yeah, definitely some sort of salts or something like that.
Yeah, like
I'm
Epsom
gonna
salt.
Yeah,
Salts.
I'm gonna make the nicest, most comfortable, warm, relaxing bath while they're in there.
With all
and-
of the dirt in it.
Yeah,
It's
well-
magical. Does it clean itself?
It does go through a filter. Yeah, it does get.
There you go. Go ahead. Sorry.
Some bubbles, some extra bubbles around. Kiff, of course.
Kiff picks up a bunch of bubbles and puts it on his head. And he turns to the skin folk and goes, I'm like you.
Dromik will actively chuckle at that. That's like the first time Dromik's gonna legitimately laugh.
Wait. Fontiev swims over to Kiff. Tell me if this happens. Fontiev just starts rubbing Kiff's skin to see if he starts squeaking.
At this
How
point,
does
I mean,
lizard scale work? I don't know.
so Kiff did cast Prestidigitation on himself, and now he's in this very nice, very clean, excellent, soapy bath. So I would imagine that it might be like kind of rough to the touch, but if you know you work the scale the right way, you might hear a little squeak.
That's literally what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get hit to like.
Darling, and Dromik, you too. Your face is so probably dry. Try one of these as I pull one of the simple exfoliating face masks to apply on them if they're willing.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Monty just looks over like, "What are you doing in here?"
I've been making the bath the entire time that you've sullied in interesting ways.
For full context, Fontiev does not have pants on.
Yeah, Fontiev is nude. It's a bath, whatever. I mean,
They're all
technically, Dromik and
adults.
Kiff probably are too. They don't care.
Depending on your culture, probably just might not be a big deal.
Yeah, it's not a
We're all
huge deal for
adults
me.
here.
Um,
Who the hell cares?
yeah, I'm happy to.
To just slowly
allow.
start sinking below the surface, embarrassed.
I'm gonna happily take whatever Yllaxis is giving me. I don't know too much about all of these bath and supplies, but I do like them. They do smell quite nice.
Are you using like an invisible ball right now? What's happening?
I'm trying to add mood lighting. It's not.
We
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't
know
see anything
nothing.
happening.
Feel free to like.
skin folk skin care.
Yes, yeah, right. It might be best for us. I mean, just
I
being
would
in
think
the
scale
water.
care products would probably be different from skincare.
Yes,
Oh, definitely,
yeah, it'd probably be
100%.
like,
And
no, scale care would be like, it would be moisture care because scaly skin can get dry quickly.
Johnson.
Or like leathery almost. You know what I mean? Like scale skin probably it's mostly like it would be almost like leather care where it needs to be
fine.
soft. and
New
gentle.
from L'Oreal. Have your scales been dry and
Yes.
scaly recently? Try new L'Oreal Scale Be Gone.
Yes.
These
perfect.
face masks in general, I would imagine they're more like drow shaped. So like they're probably very slender already, and like
You could, like,
putting
lay
it
them on your
Dromik's
nose.
face especially goes on like just his snoot. and
Yes.
that's probably just about it.
It probably gets to like
I
my
definitely
snoot.
get the impression that especially the high class elves really care about their appearance, almost to a maniacal degree.
Yes. They very much so care about what they smell and look like.
There's also tweezers and a nose hair trimmer and a fingernail clipper.
Good to know. Noted.
Marvis, are you jumping in?
I don't know. Will he rust?
Well, Rust, we've seen him in water
That's
before.
true. Yeah.
Hey,
Roll to
all
neither.
you hear from Fontiev is.
Yep.
Are you bathing? You joining the bath?
No.
No, you're just gonna hang.
Yep.
Understood. No pressures here.
Just keeping an eye out, see if anybody tries to
if we'll
do something
Say, oh.
stupid.
Kiff have idea. He's gonna run over to the various assorted products shelf, and he's going to look for anything that has the word oil on it.
Ah, perfect. As Kiff is doing that, I am gonna talk to Yllaxis a little bit. I'm gonna look over and say, so they've been mentioning that you're, well, quite well known here, and as is your goddess.
Yes.
Would you care to share a little bit more about her? I know that I've heard bits and pieces along the way, but it would be nice to know truly all that she stands for as we are here and may be questioned about it.
I'm only starting to really learn and understand this, but let me see what I can do for you. I kind of cup the water, and with some of the bubbles in it, I kind of like put it on my hair to pull it down as if to emulate Illustre's long silvery hair. She's a drowish woman who is in the family of a drow pantheon. All of them were said to be evil and had the intentions of indentured servitude and such, but not her. She went to the surface looking for salvation and vowed to let anyone who followed in their light and want for freedom to meet her in the light of the moon. We don't like her down here because it's antithetical to everything that they... This is all in Draconic, because I don't expect you to know what
No, the word antithetical
is.
means, yeah.
It's antithetical to what they believe.
Very interesting. Thank you.
There's a knock on the door that says, housekeeping?
That's a Marvis thing, I think.
Marvis, go ahead, get
What?
it.
Get who?
Someone said housekeeping.
Oh, okay.
We're
I'll go with
closed.
There is a young boy who comes up with a big stack of towels, and he walks up, and he looks a little intimidated to see Marvis. He says, "Oh, these are yours, sir."
Thank you.
He says, "Is it true that you came to help boys like me, get better jobs?"
Don't know how to answer that, but I will say we're here to help this city in a way, if need be. If not, my rest of my party members might be able to. Thank you for the towels, and I'll give him 1 gold coin.
He says, "Thanks, sir," and then he runs off.
I'll go inside and give everybody their towels.
Thank you, Dea. Since we're all here, perhaps we can talk a little bit of strategy for the day. Of course, I want to hear what Maggie says, and ultimately I think we should yield to a lot of what she wants. But I do want to go to the main temple of Eliastray to see what's vexing them, as it sounds like there's a lot. I also think that we can potentially take care of the bloodworms and sell ourselves to the citizens as the heroes, and perhaps that's another angle to curry favor with them in the realm of politics.
That may be quite helpful for Maggie if we do decide to do this. Though we should look into getting more information about these worms. They were, from what I could see, very, very large and very difficult to control in any way.
Yes, certainly. That perhaps once we go to the temple, then we'll try to find out some information. They might know somebody at least, if not know information about them themselves. Honestly, I don't really know. It sounds like these worms are utterly dangerous, but there's also... I don't know where they come from, or how to stop them, or if more are coming. There's a lot to find out, really.
I do agree with this. At some point, maybe not in the next day or so, but there is the white LizardFolk that are not talking with the people that have enslaved them, as I would expect. I would like to see if I could talk with them. I know you also know Draconic, Yllaxis, but this may be something for Kiff and I to do, as much as I appreciate your persuasiveness.
I think I agree with that. I think my job would be to talk to everyone else around them, and your job is to talk to them.
Yes, I would agree with this, but that may be something to look into.
Their flat resistance to magic is intriguing as well.
That is incredibly intriguing. The fact that they are resistant to magic, or even immune to magic. It seems that any spell that has been cast on them has just bounced off. Though I don't know what spells have been cast on them. Could be small spells, but...
Valentino appears in the door. He says, "May I join you guys in the bath?"
Please, by all means.
I'm gonna nod.
He's gonna drop his towel and just kind of stride in.
Man, Maggie missed the bath time.
Yeah, she's gonna be so pissed
she's
off.
gonna be so mad. I mean, yeah, she's definitely here, but
she's still asleep on the broom. She's like attached to the.
She is definitely not asleep. or on the broom. She is definitely in the bath. Like,
she borrowed Kiff's invisibility cloak
Yes.
and decided to check out all the other baths to see what's going
yes.
on.
You just hear the
Exactly.
Naruto screwing around music.
Yes. That's exactly what it is. But
I heard the music.
Yes.
Every FPS.
yes. Anyway, sorry. I just can't. Of course, the one time Elena's not here.
Like the ultimate, the one time that Maggie has to shine comedically 100%, she's not here.
Yeah, that's okay. Anyway.
Valentino says, I was just downstairs at the bar. The show is starting soon. He says, the rumors are already spreading about the fact that you arrived for the duel. People didn't expect you guys to arrive. And Queen Madara, people are debating whether Queen Madara could even win a duel, a fair duel, against either Maggie or her champion who fights in her stead.
They're questioning whether she could even win against one of
some people are
us.
saying she's too old and crazy.
We have heard a lot of that lately.
I have a question. If that is the case, then why doesn't a member of the council or Saphira challenge her? There's got to be something else that keeps her in power.
Well, he says people are afraid that she can summon an army of ginormous spiders from the celestial planes if anyone opposes her.
Wait. Does she also the owner of the Netflix account for everybody in the city? Because that might be why.
That's good collateral.
That's what it is. She'll take everyone off her Netflix account.
Everyone in blackmail.
It says the city is ruled by fear and tradition. Everyone is taught to constantly fear everything that is outside the gates and to always follow orders and follow the queen.
It
I
says,
think people realize that there are friends out there. Then we can change all sorts of things.
I'm sorry. Makes sense. Why Queen Lady no want teleport stuff in the city. So she'd be only one to do that.
Marvis is not in the pool, right?
I think he came to hand towels, but he's not physically in the pool, correct?
Nope.
They dirty.
Nope.
Marvis is currently our lurch right now, and just going,
He's hanging.
You want towel?
He's just hanging out. Marvis doesn't have to get in the back. That is his prerogative.
Housekeeping.
I'll open the door again. Well, what is it this time?
The boy runs up the stairs. He says, letters for you, sir. And he hands you a stack of 3 letters.
Thank you.
And then he's going back.
I go back inside. We got some letters. I'll look at them and see if they're addressed to anybody specifically.
It says,
Thank you.
mail time. And then he'll
Oh no.
turn to everyone.
Oh
Kiff.
no, is everyone gonna get booted again?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, that's not.
It's
Kiff,
fine. Keep it going.
Kiff turns to everybody in the pool and says, Kiff knew Courier en route between Carthen and Codway long ago. And Courier had funny song he always sang when carrying mail. He used to sing, it's the mail, it never fails, it makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to well, mail.
Wait, be careful with the we're gonna get DMCA'd.
I'm glad that's the song we get DMCA'd.
Yes, please let it be the male song. Anyway, go ahead.
Who are they for?
But I think they call it female down here.
Oh. Inspiration points for that.
Thank you.
I don't know if you could hear me laughing through Matt's microphone, but probably. Oh boy.
Who are the letters for?
The letters are for, like, they're addressed to Maggie's mercenary. Maggie and her mercenaries.
Oh, okay. I'll open it. You guys are still wet.
Yes, please. We might ruin the letter.
Who do you want to hear from first? Lady Seth? Excuse me.
Lady Saphira or...
General Tyra or Duel Master Xavier?
Oh, boy. I think Duel Master Xavier might be something that Maggie would like to hear.
Yes.
But...
I mean, I think she'd
reading
like
all
to
three
hear
is
all
fine.
of them.
Yes, I do too.
But Let's start with
What do you want first?
Sister Shantae. That way, we can at least save a little of the other important things for Maggie if we delay the
Sister
conversation.
Shantae.
She was the person we were asked to go speak to if we weren't sure what to do.
No, but there's no letter from that person.
It's my fault. I'll add back.
Oh, there are 4 letters.
Yeah,
there you go.
Two of them were stuck together. Put it that way.
Gotcha. Look,
The
I'm
one
sorry,
was
it a
hiding behind
kid.
the other.
I think he had sticky fingers.
Okay, it's
He was eating some candy. Sister.
That sure do be kids.
From the sister. Alright, I will open that one first and read it aloud.
It says, "Dear friends, this is Sister Shantae. I have reason to believe Queen Madara is planning a summary execution of all those who believe in the goddess of freedom and who question her increasingly authoritarian rule. Please meet at once. I know we can turn this around, and we'd be happy to aid your quest for freedom on the surface as well." And she tells you where to meet, just east of the bazaar.
And she says this is post haste.
No, it can be tomorrow.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if she gave a time.
Yeah, so let's say like she requested to meet anytime tomorrow before dinner.
It's on the list, I guess.
Right, who next?
Which one next?
I don't know, I'm asking the party.
New letter, who dis?
Yeah. Let's go to General Tanya, I suppose.
Okay. I opened that one and I read it aloud.
She says, General Tanya says there is a matter of great urgency for which adventurers are sorely needed, and none in the city have been able to overcome. I cannot share details here. We will talk more at the military base anytime tomorrow before dinner.
Fontiev has had enough fun times in the Underdark. He'd rather stay inside the city. Just saying.
Okay. And what other one do you guys want me to read next?
I'd say just keep going through them. Lady Saphira would be.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
interested
end
in.
with the Duel Master, I think.
Lady Severe says, I have scried much of your amazing adventures and accomplishments. She says, the spirits say you need a source of limitless power. I can provide this.
Liberty Mutual says you can save 15% or more.
If you will aid me in a few tasks in my quest to reform the council. And it says meet anytime tomorrow before dinner.
Seems like we have a few meetings tomorrow.
The other one from Javier's just says, it just says like meet me tomorrow's at some point before 8 p.m. and we'll set all the dual paperwork.
Oh, okay.
No, nice to know there's a bureaucracy involved with the freaking duel.
Of course there is. This is, what do you think this is? Not the drow?
This is not a fiendish duel.
Yeah, that is true. It could be a lot worse.
I don't know. Last time I think we had some kind of like finish or devilish duel. I think Yllaxis beat the shit out of something, right?
Kind.
Oh, that was just a potion.
Yeah, that was a potion, I think.
Yeah, there was no, contract, if you will. I'd rather sign drow paperwork than,
Valentina says, of these, I think the most powerful are Lady Saphira and General Tanya.
That makes sense.
It certainly makes sense. The head of the Magocracy and the head of the army.
Kiff is intrigued about the general's letter because we do know about the white LizardFolk imprisoned in and we know that that war is a thorn in her side.
How
Valentina says yes, she fears it because she does not understand it and cannot control those creatures.
how are the relations between Lady Saphira and General Tanya?
Suspicious, quite suspicious, he says. Elves and dragons are both very long-lived creatures, but there's much suspicion, especially that Lady Saphira is a dragon and not an elf. She is most popular among the non-drow in the city, dwarves, and there's a few orcs and other races that live here, and that makes her quite viewed as sort of a foreign influence, or an influence that seeks to corrupt the ancient and honorable elven culture. But she is very, very, very powerful with magic. She knows many level 9 spells.
Lady Saphira, you say, correct?
Exactly.
Yes. That is good to know.
So I suppose it doesn't really matter. It seems the other three are more pressing than the paperwork, honestly.
Valentina says yes, although there's some argue, some, well, I should say the Queen, may argue that those who fail to fill out the proper paperwork should be executed by the city guard.
I'm a
disrespecting the cultural.
God, the Apple's terms of service have gotten
when
really
does-
harsh now.
I'm a
What?
bureaucrat. That was my job. I can file a paperwork, no problem.
Yeah, what when is the you need to do this by date?
8 p.m. I think I believe we heard.
It's at 8
Yeah,
p.m. Oh,
tomorrow
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll write that down.
Okay, yeah, so that might be just something to go do quickly. That way we can also ruminate on rules.
I don't know.
Or
maybe,
at least go see in the morning and then ruminate. Maybe?
Kiff says. Kiff have strange feeling in head meat. Yes. It will turn to Dromik and then Draconic say, yes, that brain.
I whispered brain.
When, how Kiff put, when Kiff given a lot of paper before, Kiff read a lot of words, many tiny words. Kiff get confused. Kiff accidentally write away too many things when doing trade one time. Maybe Maggie need word. Man, do law, argue, court.
An
thing.
attorney.
Yes. Attorney, yes. Maybe Maggie need drow attorney to look over, make sure nothing gets slipped in.
It's not a bad idea. I will say that, as a bureaucrat, and also my father was a justice back at the council, at the capital, and that's sort of what my last 20 years of upbringing were up until a month ago. I should know a thing or two about finding those qualified individuals as well as the paperwork itself.
Okay.
Well, 2 head meat, sorry, not head meat, 2 brain, better than 1.
Kiff, you'll find this hysterical. It's that the attorneys, you know how skin folk oftentimes have hair, they wear additional hair.
The attorneys wear extra hair?
Extra hair.
Why?
Why need 2 hair?
Dromik is truly puzzled. He looks at Yllaxis and says, "Why would anyone want more hair than they have?"
I sort of shrug. It's a fashion statement, I suppose. I don't know.
Dromik's just gonna kind of shake his head like, I don't get it. Okay.
Kiff turns to Dromik and says, maybe we get hair. Maybe people think good thing about us.
I want that.
Dromik
will
reply, "I do not want hair.
I want Kiff.
I don't want hair."
I want Kiff in a British barrister's wig so bad right now.
That would be pretty darn
With
good.
their heads.
I must say that would be very good, but Dromik does not want hair.
Oh, Yllaxis, you get your greater steed now.
I do. I was waiting for the moment to reveal it
Yeah.
to everyone when I step off of the building and then all of a sudden appear on the back of a Pegasus.
Super Altier.
Yeah.
It will Altair have an S symbol on his chest now?
No, it's
Or
a
P.
Y. It's a Y.
Me.
Yes. Right, exactly.
No, we're here to see Altair. Altair's the hero here.
It's true. That's why
It's
he's
fair.
got the moving mouth.
Yes.
He is the god!
You should have done that,
incredible.
Rob. Instead of drawing Yllaxis, you should have just
Just drawn a horse.
There.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, you have to draw. You have to
Incredible.
draw.
Oh no.
Every animal
my
Dromik summons.
Yes, everyone that I summon, it's all of them. We all know this. This has
what have I done?
Oh no.
Oh no! What have I done?
been. Oh,
Christopher
man.
Walken!
So I think, if I had my way, I like the idea of getting a lawyer. I think first and foremost, how safe do you think it is, Valentino, for us to split into two parties tomorrow, just to traverse the city to speak with people?
Says Queen is quite invidious. She might have gangs of thugs, those loyal to the spider goddess, track you down and rough you guys up. I would be watchful if I were you. There are friends in all sorts of places. If you can keep the people on your side, you should be safe to split up like that.
See, she's not held by any virtue of a duel challenge to keep us not unscathed.
He says around here, especially under this increasingly insane government, rules are not consistent things, but really tools used to abuse those who are not in power.
I see. And if you're walking with us, you don't wield any power beyond the figurehead.
And even that, he is still a male.
He says, "I am a male. I must, look down at my shoes most of the time, not speak unless spoken to, all that." And he turns to Maggie and he says, "Maggie, may I wash your feet, please?"
I am 100% sure she would say yes. Like, not without even a heartbeat, she would probably still say yes.
Okay.
She would tell him exactly how to do it and where.
Yes.
This reminds me of the time when Buddy disappeared right when we got to the turtle place.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Conveniently disappears.
That's okay, it happens. It happens.
But Valentino says, he says, "I agree with you guys. Based on everything I've seen, I do think that your Surface Emperor is probably the greatest threat in the world, and I'll do whatever I can to try to get the City of Tethel on your side in this battle."
Thank you for that. I don't have too much more to say. So tomorrow, what is our plan? Are we going to go directly to... Well, I guess, who do we go to first?
Perhaps we look at the map and make it convenient of travel rather than anything else, because they all seem fairly important. So
Agreed.
we're roughly at Queen's Park, yes?
You're
Yes.
in between the estates and the Queen's Park.
Or
Very
like,
good.
yeah, like there.
I'll start annotating the map too.
Okay.
So
So the people we need to go see tomorrow, we need to, before 8 o'clock, go to see that gentleman for the dual signing contract. I don't know where he would be.
He's in the council halls district.
that's very close. The military base is on all the way on the other side.
Unfortunately,
For
that
us.
may be our last. Actually, maybe fortunately, that may be our last thing. It might be easier to distract people who are tired or are up late.
Well, also, I'm sorry, where is the Duel Master's office one more time?
It's in the council halls district.
Oh, copy.
I'm writing on the map right now.
Yeah, the only thing I was thinking of is if we went to the military base, we'd be right near the business district. We could hire that attorney and then double back.
Depending on we can always stop at the council halls first to at least see and then come back to sign agreements. If I'm not, I mean, if they let us. But I am also not as good with rules as Yllaxis is.
Kiff. Don't know much rules before meeting friends.
So, Yllaxis, do you think we should go to the council halls before or after military?
You know, I think after the military at that point, based off of what you said. The Mage Guild is along the way as well. And then a last location, Sister Shantae, where she said she wants to meet us at the bazaar.
Yes. Which, where is the bazaar? Is that in the business
The big
district? I'm
orange
assuming?
one
Ah,
east
there it
end.
is.
Yeah, on the east.
on the easter
Yes, I see it. Sorry, there we go. Okay, so it's here.
So maybe what we do is we walk over, we go to the Mage Guild,
Yes.
we go to, I mean, the Mage Guild, the bazaar, and the business and military base are all relatively close.
I
We're
really am
gonna have
going
to cross
to
back
default
either
to
way.
you.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. So I say what we do is, I think a genocide sounds very, very high priority. So maybe we walk to the bazaar, speak to Sister Shantae, go to the business center, business district, hire a lawyer, and go to the council hall.
Then military base. I'm okay with this.
Military base and then Mage Guild, yes.
Yes, we will for sure need to get back to the council hall before 8 p.m. We should
Yes.
keep a close eye on time.
How far away, how long would it take for us to walk to the military base, roughly end to end, Valentino?
He says it'll take 30 minutes to go from here.
That's not so bad.
Pretty much all the way across the city, take 30 minutes.
It's not so bad.
Yeah.
So Kiff says we have breakfast with Sister Shantae, then we have brunch with General, and then we have then we go sign papers, yeah, and then we have dinner with Lady Saphira.
Yes. Yes,
Now,
exactly.
I'd be careful. I mean, dinner with the dragon, they can eat quite a lot. He says.
They can eat you.
He says I certainly am the right size.
Kiff says, Kiff, well versed in hunger of dragons.
So I think
Fontiev is well versed in hunger of giant fucking Alaskan bullworm.
that
You
actually
better be
brings up a
prepared.
good
That is
point.
going to be something that's going to come up.
Yes, that's I
If
would
it involves
imagine-
me being in the mouth of another worm, no.
Well, we're going to have to fight that worm again at some point.
Let's make sure we ask Sister Shantae, Lady Saphira, and General Tanya about the worms as well. We're over there. I'm sure they would have some information and would probably appreciate it if we could do something about it.
I would think so.
Valentino says, sounds good to me.
Mhm.
As he polishes Maggie's toes to a shiny sheen.
Kiff turns back to the soap shelf, and he's looking for something to, grease Marvis's gears. And he sees witch hazel. He's like, "What? Witch water? Huh?" And then he puts it back, and he comes over here, and he sees the bottle of giant lizard oil, and he goes, "Eep!"
Eep?
He's scared that it's made of lizards.
Oil of us?
Maybe it's oil for us. Dromik's gonna just kind of shrug and hope for the best.
Biff will take it and pop open the cap and give it a sniff.
It does kind of smell like lizard, but like as much it was like you relative to a giant lizard, like it's like comparing a human to a gorilla,
Yeah.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Biff will put a little bit on his fingers. Does it it's like slippery?
It's slippery, yeah.
Biff will kind of scurry his way on over to the pool, and he will hand it to Marvis and say, "For your gears and pistons and other inner workings." Keep metal friend nimble.
I can't sing it, but I'm just thinking of coming to Emerald City.
Yes.
And mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, incredible.
That's a good song. I sang that in elementary school at the play.
Yes.
It sucks
Now-
that you can't sing anything. I'm glad
I
none of us
know.
are bards.
I know,
yeah,
right?
that would really suck.
Remember that
Can you
time I was a bard?
Can you imagine if that's what it was? If that's what it would be like if freaking Scanlan was still playing that character?
I know. Oh my god, that would be so bad because
Oh
they're
god.
super sued all the time.
Yeah. Super sued. Not just regular sued. Extra sued.
They do get away with doing the
Oversued.
Yes.
make him away. Like
Yes.
they can do that.
Yes, exactly. That's about it, though.
That's about it. That is a reoccurring joke that they do when everyone says "making my way," and then they
Yeah.
do the what's her face.
Oh, yeah, the song.
Making my way.
Yes, that.
Downtown.
Yes.
But, speaking of bards, I've been
You're taking-
debating as to whether Kiff, after all of this time, playing a bow that is a harp and making up little songs, if he has become inspired enough to actually take a level in bard. I've been thinking about
Yeah,
it.
of course you can. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things I've just been like, that could be fun and interesting.
Right.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
And after all, the party mascot.
You are. I would be so inspired.
I would as well.
Kiff. Leading the party and eating the stick.
Not a bad idea.
I mean, what would you get as a level 1 bard, honestly?
For one, bardic inspiration.
Bardic inspiration.
Or you get cutting words at that level.
Unsure.
Oh no.
If you do, that would be fucking awesome.
Cutting words level 3.
Yeah. I think, we got Bardic Inspiration. I think I got a couple of proficiencies. Another cantrip or two, which would be nice to have.
Yeah, having some extra spells might be nice.
2 spell slots.
Yeah, damn straight. You never know
Wow.
when those level 1 spells might come in.
Yeah,
there.
listen, listen. As someone who does definitely use level 3 spell all the time, yes. Don't sleep on the low level spells, even at this level.
Oh, no.
You get proficiency in 3 musical instruments of your choice.
Yeah. And I already have proficiency in the pan flute. You know, it might have to happen. Alright, canonically, that's what's gonna happen. Kiff is going to, because I'm pretty sure Kiff is, well exhausted from, all of this, tactical talk. Kiff is usually, that's not usually Kiff's forte. So, Kiff's brain meat hurt. So,
Brain meat.
yeah. Kiff tell everyone good night. And he goes into the supply closet and takes down a bunch of,
There's a lot of
comforters.
extra pillows and blankets in there.
Yeah, blankets, pillows, and comforters. And he makes himself a little nest. And he curls up. And he falls asleep for the evening. And has the wonderful dreams of
That's adorable.
excellent songs and
Wait, you went to the closet?
yeah, I made a little
Okay.
nest.
Okay.
Excellent songs and delicious food. And so those are his 2 inspirations in life these days.
Yes.
And when he awakes in the morning, he will have a newfound purpose
Pretty cool.
to not only, you know,
You gonna
Yeah.
do sing?
and do hunt and make food, but also sing.
I have a little bonus add to Kiff's dream sequence, if you wouldn't mind, later. After
Oh, yeah.
everyone's finished. If that's okay, just for flavor.
Of course, it's okay. For me,
Yes.
of course.
Okay. If anyone else has anything to say, I want to do that first. And like same with more present dreams.
So just to be clear, the rule is that you get 1 additional skill if you're multi-classing 2 bard. That's the efficient.
Oh, so how does do you mean like only one bard skill? So you wouldn't get cutting words and bardic inspire?
He means like proficiency in a because when you take a new you get proficient.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now I'm understanding. Okay. I don't multi-class that often, if you can't tell.
This is my first multi-class, so
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
yeah.
Okay, so Kiff's in the closet.
Yep.
There are plenty of extra cots available in the closet. People want to use a cot.
Yeah, I can do that, or I don't know where other people are sleeping. I'll get out and start like toweling myself off and ask
There's
about.
3 huge beds.
Yeah.
Look, these
I'm
are
gonna-
like 20 on the side here.
Yeah, these are like extra super king beds. I'm gonna towel off and just say, so where is everyone sleeping tonight?
Comfiest bed I can find, darling.
Well, feel free to take the largest one. I know that you and, well, everyone, but you and Maggie have quite the talking tomorrow to do. So, best to rest up tonight.
I agree.
So the
Sweet
re-
dreams, darling.
Good night. I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna say, peek my head in again and say, I don't mind if anyone else needs to share a bed. I'm just going to sleep. I'm gonna go sleep in this bed because it looks smaller.
Okay. Valentino says it's been cool with you guys. I'm gonna go back to my place.
Yes.
But you know, with any of the messenger services, you can easily contact me, or you can use a spell to contact me.
Fontie's face is still in the water.
Is he drowned?
Fontiev is like taking like minor breaths of fresh air because he's just like, this is embarrassing right now. I don't want to be seen.
You hear the sounds of merriment and laughter and music from downstairs. Muffled, of course.
Is anyone else?
That's how Kiff gets his inspiration for the bar.
Yeah. And the beds are very, very comfortable. They're silky and cool and soft and firm in all the right ways.
Okay.
Is Fontiev just gonna sleep in the bath?
Fontiev was waiting for everyone else to get out of the bath so he can leave with dignity.
He's like, please leave.
I feel like I would have checked on you to make sure that you were still alive.
That sounds
but
like
after that, I would have just been like, okay, you do you, goodbye.
Okay. This is the most embarrassing moment of my life, but okay. Okay, so Fontiev is eventually gonna come down to wherever the beds are.
It seems like there's a couple of options. I don't know where Yllaxis and is Maggie and Yllaxis in the same room? Are they just I don't know.
Well, here's the question: does Kiff and Dromik even use the bed, or do they just sleep on the floor in the nest?
Dromik uses a bed. I could sleep in a bed, but I could also not sleep in a bed. I don't really care. I'm assuming that our girls will maybe share a room tonight. So I don't care if anyone else shares a room with me. We're on like a gigantic bed. It's not even like, even if Dromik like sprawls all the way out with his tail, you probably wouldn't touch him.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you see Fontiev come in, and then he just like worms his way underneath the covers, and you just see him just inchworm his way up to the pillow, and just is like, "Don't wake me up for the next 8 hours."
You just hear like a little grumble from Dromik, who's probably mostly asleep already.
Oh, and then also Dromik, where is Marvis in all this? I assume they're in the room with us, right?
Yeah.
Like, Marvis, sentry mode.
Are you trying to tell me to do something?
I'm asking you to basically go into your powered off, like, sentry kill things mode while we're asleep.
I do that automatically, you know that, right?
I'm just saying it for posterity.
He just wants to make sure.
Yeah. And on that note, because I went up a level and I have a bonus spell, and because I will get back in the morning anyway, I'm gonna death ward myself while I sleep.
Death ward? That's awesome.
cool.
What is that?
Death ward. It's basically like Orcish Resilience, only
It's a spell.
Only it's a
Cool.
spell, and anything that would typically insta-kill you, like say a
Word kill?
Or a boat.
A power word kill
power
and or Boda?
or Bodak, yeah, would not immediately kill you.
Huh.
It would be immediately like disrupted and would do nothing.
I think it would take you to 1 instead, but
No, it's specifically to the language. It's only if you're getting a physical attack. If it's something that would outright kill you instantly.
it would kill you instantly.
Yeah, like disintegrate
Like
or power word kill.
disintegrate or power word kill.
Right. But not a Bodak. That wouldn't work on Bodak. But the other stuff would.
Yeah, like it would. Yeah, like so. Normally, it would like it would only take you down to 1, or specifically if it's something that would be like an insta kill move, like a disintegrate or power or kill, it would just negate it.
Right.
I wouldn't drop down hit points.
You could rules lawyer this one a lot, but I think that much is clear. What does the custom ranger get at 13?
It's literally just a bonus spell. That's it.
Most people, it's like a spell, yeah. Or something.
Yeah.
I only
Most
get a
characters,
spell.
it's a spell.
For us half casters, that's what we're getting. We don't get any boops.
As a full caster, I also only got a spell. I got we got spells, and then we also got +1 to our proficiency score. So all of the things that you're proficient in go up by 1. So there's that. On that note, being a dumb dummy, I want to make sure I'm doing this right. I doubt I'll ever really need to know this, but for physical weapons, the damage not the attack, because the attack is proficiency plus whatever you use to attack. Is the damage, like, say, 1d6 plus the, just the stat that you're fighting with, or is it 1d6 plus the stat that you're fighting with plus your proficiency? I can't remember. I think it's just the stat.
Damage.
That's what I thought. I have it that way. I just wanted to make 110% sure. Okay, thank you.
Charles, for the sake of, I guess, flavor, because there is no musical instrument proficiency I see here for just a straight up harp, much like the Death Harp bow is.
You can totally do that, yeah.
It should be like a lap harp or I'm sure, like a string. I'm surprised there's no.
Wait. Do spoons.
Surprised.
I don't see it listed, but would dulcimer be acceptable?
Yeah, that's fine.
You should just say harp, yeah.
Just put harp.
You have the benefit of a harp that's very portable. Most harps are very not portable.
Yeah. For the sake of my own sanity, because it's here in these nice little boxes I checked.
Yeah, you like to have the thing.
Dulcimer, because it's basically kind of like a hand harp.
It's basically, yeah.
I only get one musical instrument proficiency? That's weird.
Yeah, you only get one.
Oh.
I think you might get 2 if you take a specific background.
Oh, it's if I start in Bard, I get 3.
Yes, that's what it is.
That's it.
Yes, but that's not proficiency in 3 musical instruments. That's just 3 musical instruments. But yeah.
You're not starting proficiencies. You're proficient with all the names. Tools, 3 instruments are.
Oh, okay. No, it is proficient.
It's within multi-classing. It's all
yeah, but multi-classing.
Yeah, with multi-classing, you don't get
right.
The full shebang.
I don't totally agree with the rules, but
I think that they work.
So it's okay enough.
Yeah, I think it works okay.
That's fine. I'll play a harp, and I already have. I think from my background, I got a musical instrument proficiency, so I'm already proficient in the pan flute.
Oh right, yes, you were. I remember that.
So I can be this like weird kobold version of Bob Dylan.
Kobold.
I can have it.
Dylan.
Cobalt Dylan.
Dylan.
Yes.
I'll play the harp and have the the pan flute like really close up to my lips so I can play at the same time.
Also, 7th level spells just opened up to me, so watch the heck out. Actually, I only have 1 7th level spell though, so
Yeah.
I have choices, very good choices.
And Sean, just to be clear, you can ritual Greater Altair.
Oh, I know. I've been waiting for this day for a very, very, very long time.
We have killed Altair so many times. I feel so bad.
I mean, he could still die to a Bodak, let's be real.
That is true, but
that is very true.
Not my Altair. No, he wouldn't. He's better than a Bodak. He's stronger.
Yes. Oh man. So do we, I know it's early, do we want to keep going? I'm assuming?
I mean, we have 10 minutes left. I mean, it's up to you. I think this is kind of a good organic stopping point.
We could certainly
You
stop.
tell
You
me.
guys can do
Just
like,
because I feel like, yeah, could we do some shopping? That way we can have Maggie when we need her next time, because I feel like, especially like the council hall, she kind of needs to be here, because this is her fight, sort of.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, granted, we all have other things we can do here, but, like, this is a very Maggie-driven, quest. So I want to make sure. Yeah, a Mag experience, exactly. You understand. I just wanted to make sure that she, was here for most of it. Though she missed the bath scene.
I know. I'm like, oh my god, this is comedy gold for Maggie.
I know. That's fine. I mean, it's fine. It happens.
I do love baths and pools and baths.
Dude, pools are awesome. That and, like, it's funny to see how each character reacts towards, like, Fontiev being a little more shy versus Dromik just not caring, and Kiff as well, just kind of not caring, just based on how we were created and raised. But anyway, let's do some shopping. Yes,
Okay.
is there, or, well, I guess, should we wait for that?
I'd say wait. I'm doing level.
I really
stuff.
don't know what else. I don't really need to shop for anything currently.
So, guys, I don't know,
I don't know.
about its utility, but because it's Kiff, I'm really inclined to take Friends as a cantrip.
Friends! Friends is
So I just say,
Friends is
"Hey,
so
friend."
it's
and then Friends.
Friends are friends who do stuff.
is Friends one that they know that you did this afterwards?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
kind of the bad part of Friends.
I don't like how it says that they have to become hostile.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing. They like are actively hostile against you,
You
as
can-
soon as Friends
Well, you can
ends.
describe what hostile means
Right.
too. Like, you know,
Hostile
if you're
doesn't
just-
need to mean to be attack.
Yeah.
Can we just get the cantrip that summons Voltron?
Can we change it just like they know that it was a little like weird, but they aren't hostile?
Yeah, well, because hostile
I'm
could
game for
be.
that.
Yeah,
If
if that's gonna
ruling,
work.
I'm taking Friends full stop because it's 200% Kiff.
Yeah, it's a very Kiff thing. Well, and like hostile could just be like doesn't want to share their life with you. You know, like hostile doesn't need to be attacks you outright. It could be like doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Like
Right.
gives you the silent treatment. Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think it would like depend on what you did. Like, you know,
Right, yeah, if you're like, if you make them do stuff that they really don't want to do, maybe they're pissed, but like, other than that, it should be fine. Well, the talking heads look great.
Yeah,
Just
no,
saying.
I'm happy I put the effort in.
They look amazing.
I'm so pissed about the hole and how I can't figure out.
We'll
the hole.
we'll figure out the hole. It's the GM hole currently.
I mean, I fixed it somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, the error 404 is perfect. But the problem is that when Maggie's here, we will be even tinier if we don't get the hole fixed. We will get the hole fixed. We will get the hole fixed. Everything will be fine. We'll do some looking. If anyone else knows how to fix the hole, please let me know. Okay.
You guys will not be charged on not you guys, but Valentina won't be charged if you take all the bath products.
Nice.
You'll only be charged if you steal the bathrooms.
That's like the
Oh,
a norm.
we're stealing all the bathrobes.
Nah, I'm not taking a bathrobe, but I don't want to piss off Valentino. We're trying to be friends. I'm trying to be friends. But anyway.
I'm already kind of persona non grata in the city. That's the last thing I need to do.
Yeah, I know,
Really
both
nice
of us.
Establishment wearing a bathrobe.
Oh yeah, oi.
The bathrooms are like extra fluffy spider silk, which are very comfortable.
Ooh.
I know.
Nice. Those are things I need to
I mean, if I was on this trip, I would probably still steal it.
yeah, no, it's...
Or you know what the smart way to do it is? You go to the housekeeping supply closet.
And then you
steal
take them from there.
it, and then it's not associated with your room.
Exactly. Sneaky.
That would requare a rogue.
I was
or
about
at
to say,
least
yeah, we need a
chaotic
rogue.
character.
Yes. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
Anyone?
It would not be a good act either.
Well, chaotic neutral.
I would agree.
It's fine.
Have
say
have
it's-
you ever discussed shopping cart theory?
No, what is that?
So I think there are decisions in everyday life that make someone either lawful, neutral, or chaotic, and I think a shopping cart at a grocery store is the perfect example of that.
Yeah.
After doing your shopping, if you bring it back to the front of the store, you are lawful. If you kind of put it out of the way, but still leave it there, you're neutral. But if you're a godless individual who like puts it in a
Who just like
parking
leaves
spot,
them in
you're
the parking
chaotic.
spot?
You're
Yes.
absolutely chaotic.
Yes, 110%.
The
I love
ultimate
that.
act of chaos.
Just
Wait,
letting it roll. No, truly what it is letting it, parking it either in the middle of where cars drive or just letting it roll where it will. that is the most chaos you could possibly get. Okay, well, I am going to end this stream in just a moment. We're going to raid someone who's also playing D&D because she is still on. She's a lovely human being. But do you guys, for recording's sake, want to say bye?
I want to see
Bye.
my face go bye.
Bye!
Ah.